again sometime soon. All right, well, we got a lot more coming up on NASCAR Countdown Live. We got to talk to more drivers. We got a few more storylines to get to before the green flag drops. We'll get to it coming up next.
One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers. On America's most
Phoenix time. What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day today. I'm having a pretty good day. I slept most of the day. Yeah. I really did. I had nothing to fucking do today, so I just slept until pretty much... I was awake for a few hours and then just slept again.
Of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built
But yeah, it is stream 4 of 5 of Phoenix Week. All the streams this week. Phoenix... Besides Tuesday's stream, it was still the Suns, but it was in Sacramento. But still Phoenix. So yeah, all Phoenix this week. It's stream 4 of that.
This is Freshpet.
Could have played NASCAR 25. You're right, Jaden. I could have done a lot of things.
No spray on flavors.
I could have done a lot of productive things today.
No easy ways out. Just vet-developed recipes packed with fresh meat and healthy veggies. Because real, fresh, healthy food belongs in everybody's bowl. Freshpet. Healthy food, fresh from the fridge.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere you want.
Joseph Newgarden won the IndyCar race. I saw that, and I'm fucking pumped about it. That's my boy.
The sacred order of the group chat is now in session. Ingrid.
But yeah, today we got the it's the GovX 200 from Phoenix International, or Phoenix, just no, it's not International. It's just Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona.
What have you started?
Yeah, pretty pumped for it. Definitely more excited about today's race than I am tomorrow's race, because the Cup Series at this track is not that good. Not very good. Not very cash money.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
Bowling's most demanding major takes center stage. The legendary PBA US.
So yes, the GovX 200 is a 200-mile race around a 1-mile track. So it is 200 miles. The first stage is 45 laps. Second stage is also 45 laps. So that'll be lap 90. And then the final 110 laps is the final stage. You have 4 sets of tires, and your fuel run is about 88 to 94 laps. So in the first 2 stages, you will not have to put under green. If the final stage were to go green, you would have to put under green. But yeah.
The winless streak is over. Justin Allgaier back to victory lane, a winner at Phoenix.
But you're inherently going to have a bad race here or there.
Down. Damage to the front of the 7.
I just got blasted right in the right front wheel.
That is no longer a winning race car.
Sorry, boys.
He comes off turn number 4. Justin Allgaier wins.
He's got a 3-second lead with 5 laps to go.
Global in turn 1, it is Justin Allgaier.
Left rear just went flat.
Gosh, my heart's broken for him.
For the final time down the backstretch.
Be smart with him. We don't need him.
The most decorated driver in the field, Justin Allgaier, is a NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
Yes! We did it! We did it! Yeah! Thank you so much, man.
Justin Allgaier wins the championship.
And maybe the best moment of Justin Allgaier's racing career happened here at Phoenix just a couple of years ago. You're always up front in these races, but it's been a long time since you won a race here. What is it about this place that just makes it so tricky to put it all together?
That video montage gives me nightmares at night. First of all, really proud of everybody on this Sprint Fest track, Ultra Chevrolet. You know, to come here, this racetrack has been great for us. But Andrew Overstreet and the boys did a really good job of giving me a race car that I think is capable of going out there and winning. We didn't get the greatest qualifying ever. We missed out on some adjustments that we wanted to get in for qualifying. But with this racetrack, just looking at that video, I feel like we should have had 10 wins here, you know, and we haven't been able to do that. So I think tonight's going to be about using the experience that we have, knowing that I got a great team behind me, and knowing that we got a great race car underneath of me. So we'll go after it. Disappointed to watch that video, but every time I drive down the back straightaway, I think about, you know, my wife, my 2 girls, and my parents, everybody that was here that night for the championship to be able to stand there. So nothing cooler than to remember those moments, and hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, always going to be a special place no matter what. Allgaier goes for Phoenix win number 3 tonight.
And the thing about Justin Allgaier is that he's always a favorite, but he doesn't always win. He's starting 17th today, but you don't seem too concerned about that, Jamie.
No, he'll be fun to watch because he will get to the front eventually. The 7.
But yes, my win pick today
game
is Justin Allgaier. I know he starts all the way back in 17th, but I still have a good feeling about him today. I think Justin Allgaier picks up the win.
Yeah, the 7 car, I mean, every time you come here, he is the favorite, I think.
Yeah, and he actually, the team let us know that they probably missed their adjustments for qualifying, which is why he was a little further back. I expected him to be probably top 5 by the end of stage 1, just knowing how good he is here. But what gets me 2 wins, 813 laps led at this place. That's second only to Kyle Busch, who has 11 wins here. That's how good.
Let's go. What's up, Wayne Martin? How's it going?
Just has a knack for this place. It suits his driving style. If you get the car, and I was talking to the team, they said if we get it remotely close and do our job, we know the guy behind the wheel here can get us a victory lane.
Well, another thing that fans have to account for today is that there are 10 different cars with different drivers than what we even saw last weekend in COTA, and that includes William Byron, who's hopping into 88. He's with Kim.
Yeah, Carla, and a former winner here at Phoenix in both this series and the Cup Series, William. But as you look about this spring race, it's going to look a little bit different. You have all the IndyCar rubber down the racetrack. Obviously, the sun's out now. It's going to set. So what is the expectation for what kind of race we'll see here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be normal Phoenix, but definitely the IndyCar rubber, you know, is going to create some different lanes maybe. So not sure what the starting balance is going to be.
It's also daylight savings time
adapt through that
this weekend, so it's a really kind of weird, like today's race will be 2 hours behind my time, and tomorrow it'll be 3 hours behind my time because Arizona doesn't do daylight savings.
Cars 88, and thanks to everybody for letting me do it.
Byron taking Rajah's ride.
Yeah, we saw him win that race.
Rajah's full time.
In Charlotte back in May.
He's just in multiple different cars.
This race tonight.
Well, he's a Cup Series.
Which car is he in today?
He's pretty good. He's in one of the best. He's going to be okay. He's going to be fine. I think he'll make it. You know, I think when you look at these guys,
he's in the 32 car today.
Drivers, I always find
Hawaii doesn't do daylight savings time either. Yeah.
What are they looking for? What are they trying to do? And sometimes when I listen to them, it's just for fun, right? And that's a great place to race. Like when you get the opportunity to just go drive something for fun as racers. Yeah, we think about trying to get to the top and winning championships and those things. But they sit, as he mentioned, on a Saturday, might be sitting on a bus right now thinking,
it's also the most annoying week of all time. Because every time after daylight savings time, the one in the spring where we lose the hour, everybody comes in on Monday and they act like they're the most tired human being ever. They act like they haven't slept in weeks. It's like, have you ever like woken up an hour earlier than before? Like, than you're normally. People act like they like are just sleep deprived and like it's so unfair and it's the dumbest overreaction ever.
It just suits their organization, whether it's in the
humans are meant to adapt.
All right, I think it's time for us to make our picks for tonight's race. Parker, do you get to go first? Yeah.
Well, it's pretty simple. We talked about how good Joe Gibbs Racing is here. It doesn't matter. The guy behind the wheel, the 7, is going to get to victory lane. That's just Allgaier starting 17th, but he'll find a way to win.
I like his pick, but I'm going to go with the Cup driver that we have in the field, William Byron. He's in the 88 car. We know JRM has been incredible at this track as well. I think William Byron gets it done tonight.
Nobody picked the defending champ, the last guy to win on this track. I'm going to do it. He has the most top 10s here, and of course this season as well. We got a lot more to go here at Phoenix Raceway. Green flag coming up.
Also, this race will end under the lights. That's cool.
Wow, Allie, you're obsessed.
Sunsets around. What time is it?
Beef tortelloni, and we're obsessed with your 5-paragraph petition demanding its return. Fan favorites are back for a limited time, starting at $12.99. But
In Avondale, Arizona. The sunset is at 6:31, and then last light
Are you for imprint certain?
is at 6:55.
Certainty matters.
Their time,
So when
so.
you need the right high-quality promotional products, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time, that's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Connor Zillish would love to do the Indy 500. That's so cool because I would love to see Connor Zillish do the Indy 500. So like he wants to do it and I want him to do it. So like he should just do it.
No spray on flavors.
It'd be perfect for me and him.
Corners. No easy ways out. Just vet-developed recipes packed with fresh meat and healthy veggies. Because real, fresh, healthy food belongs in everybody's bowl. Fresh Bet. Healthy food, fresh from the fridge.
Bring the heat with Blue Chew. Speak with a licensed medical provider at BlueChew.com to find out if Blue Chew is right for you.
This is the story of the one who knows well-prepared workdays take off smoothly and land right on time. That's why he counts on Grainger. With next-day delivery and professional-grade products, Grainger helps ensure he, his crew, and thousands of passengers fly through the day like clockwork. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get
Joey
out of your
Logano was in the IndyCar booth. I
Finding relief
did not know
may
that.
help you break through.
That's pretty cool.
Ask about Vraylar.
Old man.
Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief from all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
This is an awesome backdrop for a race. We are ready for a duel in the desert.
See you at the end of the thing. Do it, boys.
A 1 mile, very flat, very difficult, very unique racetrack.
Horsepower is what we've been waiting on.
200 laps, 200 miles.
Everybody take a deep breath. There's no reason why we can't win this thing.
3 weeks of racing and 3 different winners. Hill, Creed, Van Gisbergen. This thing's gonna heat up.
Oh, look out, trouble! One car into the wall. Oh! Never out of it, bud. It's done.
Now they're wrecking the front of the field.
Red guys, we got sandwiched. This is a freaking show over here. Be smart with him. We don't need him. Bring it to the checker flag. Let's go, Phoenix, baby. Good job. You guys. Oh, so proud of you. Thank you all so much, man. Let's go.
It is time to make it happen in Phoenix.
The O'Reilly Auto Parts takes on Phoenix Raceway, but after watching
Phoenix Raceway.
at 2 drafting tracks and a road
Them
course
racing in the
team,
desert.
We'll talk about this being the real start of the season. So if you've had a rough beginning, like Harrison Burton, Kyle Sieg, Jeb Burton, they are all considering this a restart, and they came out and had great qualifying efforts. Or Corey Day, we talked about him. While he's had great performances, on-track incidents has made the start to his season a little rocky, but he had the best quote to me. He said, "The great thing about this sport is even if you make a mistake, you always
have next week. Dylan, this is all about the reset for this series.
And Kim, the 3 drivers starting in front of that group are all former winners in some sort of fashion at Phoenix, and they all did it earlier in their career. Sammy Smith, who won here as an 18-year-old back in 2023, it was his first career win in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. He starts in the 7th spot. Ahead of him in the 88 car for Junior Motorsports today, that's William Byron. He won here as a 19-year-old on his way to the series title in 2017. And ahead of them, the youngest driver in the field today, starting 5th, is Brent Cruz, who swept the ARCA races here a year ago. If he wins today, he will be the youngest winner in NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series history, and he'll do it as a 17-year-old, Carla.
Thanks, Dylan. And kind of going off what you said, 6 of the top 7 drivers rolling off today have a win on this track in some form or fashion in motorsports, except Anthony Alfredo, who's rolling off P4 today. It's a great opportunity for him, but his opportunities extend into tomorrow, getting the call up at Hendrick Motorsports to fill in for Alex Bowman, who's out with vertigo. Alfredo,
Joseph Newgarden's the points leader, yeah.
He gets more laps virtually than anyone else in the garage. He'll try to put them to use today, starting in the top 5. And as we get ready to start today's pre-race ceremonies, Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes. It is a privilege to serve those who serve. Let's get out for our pre-race ceremonies here in Phoenix.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as the Avondale Fire Department Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Chaplain for Motor Racing Outreach, Nick Terry.
Father, what a blessing it is to gather here for this race today. Thank you for your goodness and for being with us. We're grateful for the freedoms we enjoy because of the men and women in uniform who have served and who are serving at this very moment. And Lord, we lift them up in prayer today. And before we compete, we pray for each driver, team, official, and safety worker. Lord, please watch over them and bless us with a safe race. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Here to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Andres Martinez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose breathless and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
America! That man had a beautiful voice.
Golden Corral supports our veterans through military appreciation nights, providing
I'll be right
meals
back.
to veterans and active duty service members. And as a founding partner of Camp Corral, Golden Corral helps send children of wounded, ill, or fallen military members to summer camp each year. Well, what a way to get us started here in Phoenix. The anticipation continues to build as we get ready to hear the most famous words in racing. The command is coming up right after this.
Need a little help? We got help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. the professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection makes everything smell magnifique. Luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Our sales are certain to go through the roof.
Are you for Imprint certain?
Everybody loves space chickens. Don't they?
Certainty matters. So if you need the right high-quality promotional products, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time, that's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. The sacred order of the group chat is now in session. Ingrid, report.
Last night was epic.
Spill the tea.
He took Blue Chew.
And your official ruling?
Fire.
When she dead?
To those who never got over Olive Garden's braised beef tortelloni, and those who rallied to bring back ravioli to Portobello, we're obsessed that you're still obsessed. So we're bringing back fan favorites for a limited time, starting at $12.99.
I think there's something wrong with the toilet. Colorado River.
And you guys are the best. Thanks, guys.
What was that?
Racing in the desert here at Phoenix Raceway, and I tell you, no one is coming into this race with better memories than the two of Jesse Love. Won the championship just 4 months ago on this very track, starting P2 today. Not only is he accustomed to starting up front here, but he's the only driver to finish the last 4 Phoenix races in the top 10. It's one of his strongest tracks with a 4.5 average finish, Kim.
Well, Taylor Gray starts from the pole, and when I asked him what they want out of this weekend, he said point blank, a win. He told me the season has started terribly for him. Finishes of 12th, 9th, and 28th, falls short of what the team's goals are every weekend, which is to run top 5 and be in contention for a win. Crew chief Jason Radcliffe said there's going to be so much tough competition despite how good our car is. It's going to take a lot of work to get that victory. They're going to have to get through the 2 of Jesse Love, and he also brought up, Dylan, how good their teammates are.
Absolutely. The Gibbs cars have been maybe the class of the field so far this weekend, and Brandon Jones is one of those. It's been a quiet start to 2026 for the 20 team. That may not be the case for long. Phoenix starts a stretch of tracks that on paper line up very well historically for Brandon and the 20 team. This one is included. He won here in 2020, and back-to-back top 5 results with the 20 car last year are reasons to be optimistic. Plus, they qualified 3rd tonight. They'd like to convert that good starting spot to stage points early, and a good result 200 laps for now. Nothing left to do but race them here in the Valley of the Sun. Let's go racing at Phoenix with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and get the command.
Phoenix Raceway, here to give the command to fire engines with the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Arizona Cardinals Pro Bowl strong safety, Buda Baker.
Buda Baker.
Drivers, start your engines.
Bro had no energy in it, but honestly, I loved it anyway.
Oh, come on, Buddha. All right, the pre-race checklist is complete. That means we're getting ready to roll off here at Phoenix. Green flag is on the way. Stay with us.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built it." KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
New Game Plus has no business making Grace's dish towel smell this good. Especially after that. Our greatest scent ever. New Game Plus with Oxy.
I knew that something was different. I knew it, I called it, and look what I found today.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Holy Grail. This is the secret. If you don't know, now you know. You can get it on a subscription model, so men can get delivered every month. And for the ladies, let your man know, and you're welcome in advance.
Sometimes the best way to tell people you love them is to let a grill full of Kingsford do the talking. Kingsford, savor it.
Wow, Allie, you're obsessed with Olive Garden's tender braised beef tortelloni. And we're obsessed with your 5-paragraph petition demanding its return. Fan favorites are back for a limited time, starting at $12.99. But unlike that petition, it won't go on forever.
I don't know who you are, Henry.
I asked you to marry me last night. You said yes.
What was that?
Can you handle this kind of speed?
Here we go.
Enter CW's Switching Gears sweepstakes.
Let's go.
Scan the QR code now and you can win an unforgettable trip to Universal Orlando Resort.
Enter now. Don't miss your chance to win the adventure of a lifetime. Let's go!
Go beyond the forecast. 200 meteorologists explain, experience, and enlighten you about the weather. Watch the National Weather Desk.
Knowing there's a solid roof over everything you've built. There's a name for that feeling. With roofing projects, quality materials, experienced installers, and lasting value are essential. But making the right decision all comes down to comfort. Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
We're here at Planet Fitness, getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now, and your first month is free. With the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and unlock sensational recovery amenities like red light.
Dickie B?
Let's go.
Get the PF Black Card for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet, baby.
You're injured. That injury is important for both you.
Getting ready to come up on green flag here. Green flag set for 7:52, 5:52 local time.
We have a certain way of working. It's known as the Stanley Success System, and it works. Like the airbags in your car, it works all the time, every time, no exceptions. Isn't that what you want? Stanley Law, the maximum award, people.
NASCAR's West Coast Swing begins tonight. We're live in Avondale, Arizona. It's race 4.
Cars are rolling off.
The Auto Parts Series. Welcome to our coverage of the GovX 200 at Phoenix Raceway. And here we are in the CW booth with Mark Klickerman, Jamie McMurray, who won right here at the Desert Mile 2004. I'm Adam Alexander. You know, you think about the early part of 2026. Couple of races in the draft. Last weekend, we're racing on the road. This really kind of feels like the first race of the year at a traditional racetrack, Jim.
Yeah, unless you're Richard Childress Racing, you wanted to stay at those type of racetracks because of the success that they have had. But the general consensus in the garage is that they're excited to get to more traditional type oval. You see right there, Austin Hill being able to win at Daytona. They've just run so well in all of these races. But I think tonight kind of sets the bar for what these teams are going to have the rest of the year.
What's traditional about this, Bob?
Well, the fact that you don't use half the race
Shortcut. I don't know how traditional that is.
But we saw the graphic there. 3 races, 3 different winners, a lot of parity. Who we watching tonight?
Well, he may be from Illinois, but you could basically call this his house in this series. That's number 7, Justin Allgaier. 2 wins here, but 813 laps led, second only to Kyle Busch. When you come to Phoenix and you want to win in the O'Reilly Series, you know you're going to have to go through that guy in the 7. I also think sort of a wild card here because he had a tough time in practice.
His last win at Phoenix was in 2019. Really? It doesn't feel like it.
They have power steering issues. He's starting at the back. They've changed everything that's steering. And normally when you see this out of San Mara, bad practice, a bad qualifying issues, watch out late in the race.
They had a speeding penalty last year. Drove back through the field. That was after halfway. They'll be fine tonight. Going to be great to watch him driving to the front. Now we get our Mobile One keys to victory lane. What are you looking at, Jamie?
Well, the big thing here, it's unique, is the starts and the initial start and the restart. You cannot go below the yellow line until you cross the start-finish line. Obviously, we're going to have chaos when we get down to turns 1 and 2. And this is also one of those tracks you cannot...
Who's ready for some racing today?
You get one late in the race, it'll take you out. We had 5 in the race last year, and then you got to search for your line. The guys are going to search all night long. The Gibbs cars have been exceptional at moving up the racetrack and finding speed. Everyone's going to have to do that this evening.
The Gibbs cars here, just exceptional, and you can end it right there. They have been outstanding in this place. Qualifying happened yesterday. Let's get to our GovX starting grid. You look at the top 10, 7 different organizations there. How about row 2? Anthony Alfredo, best ever start for Viking Motorsports. Double duty this weekend for driver 96, filling in for Alex Bowman tomorrow.
Yeah, and our first winner of the year is on page 2 here. That's Daytona winner Austin Hill, the number 21. He qualified lucky number 13. He has 6 top 10s in the last 8 Phoenix races, and he will be the most aggressive in working the brake bias in that race car, I can assure you. Well, speaking of 13, let's look at row number 13. Raja Caruth had that epic qualifying lap, got so loose in the dog leg, cost him a little bit of time. In the 32 car, though, for the first time this season, but the 32 car has been good. Top 10, all 3 starts this year. As we get to the final page, take a look at the number 99 of Parker Retzloff. He rolls off 31st. He scored a run-out finish 2 weeks ago in Atlanta and raced to 11th in this race 1 year ago. He's had some speed in those Viking Motorsports cars. Let's see if he can make them a lot of spots.
Close on the green flag at Phoenix. Let's hear one more time from Carla Betts.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. And obviously, anytime there's a big check involved, especially here at Phoenix Raceway, you know something special has to be happening. And as an official partner of NASCAR, GovX is doing something really cool this weekend, honoring our military service men and women and first responders here at Phoenix Raceway. Today, GovX was honored to highlight the Pat Tillman Foundation, an organization that invests in service members, veterans, and military spouses who strengthen communities and carry forward Pat Tillman's legacy. As a partner of their ongoing support for the foundation, GovX representatives were proud to present a donation check to Pat Tillman Foundation CEO Dr. Catherine Steele ahead of today's race. The $46,000 donation will help support the incredible work the foundation is doing in the military community. And how cool is this? As a token of appreciation for their service, these commemorative challenge coins get to be held out to those and given out to those servicemen and women and first responders, all of those who come to the track this weekend. So a big thank you to GovX and to Pat Tillman, Adam.
Thank you, Carla, and now we get a little 88 Pep Talk. Radio communications presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now.
All right, William, we really appreciate you doing this for you. Thank you to Mr. H for making this happen. Hopefully we give you get another car so you can get the job done tonight. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, man. Excited to work with you guys. Appreciate it. It'll be fun.
That's the key word. You know, when these Hendrick Motorsports drivers come down to the O'Reilly Series,
All right.
I can just sense, sometimes maybe there's something.
Get ready to do this. Pace car's off.
When you listen to William talk, he's just having fun.
Taylor Gray's on pole.
I am really hoping both those HendrickCars.com cars will run within about one position.
Yeah, help us out. Yeah,
It's so easy when you're calling.
Let's
the
do
race.
this.
It's a challenge. Last 10 races here, 10 different winners. 4th career pole yesterday for Taylor Gray. 2nd-year driver for Joe Gibbs Racing takes the outside lane.
And green flag is in the air. We are racing from Phoenix.
Loose and race
race in the desert.
Taylor Grant caught Jesse Love sleeping on that start and got a really good launch. Jesse spun the tires a little bit. You saw the car wiggle. Hella happy when they're on the bottom side. As you see them go down to the apron as Jeff Burton in the black car on the bottom slides up, staying 3 wide off of 2.
Yeah, the apron's in play here, and it has a lot of grip. You'll see that on the restarts. Guys going 4 or 5 wide. Lower you can run, tighter radius. It's quicker around the middle of the corner. You lose a lot of speed on exit when you do it, but guys can make it work.
Talk so much in those first couple of races of the year, Daytona, Atlanta, about the out of bounds. You said it, no out of bounds here. If it's paved, you can use it. Love outside of Brandon Jones.
Brandon got to the inside there through 3 and 4, sticking there. Now he's going to try a little bit of side. Oh, no, it just falls behind. Jesse Love would clear him.
Very similar to what we saw when we were here in November. Jesse Love had a great car in practice, didn't start off the race very well, fell back to about 8th or 9th. But by the end of the night, he and Danny Stockmore were able to get the adjustments they needed and get back to the front. And one thing to keep in mind, and we're going to hear a lot of the drivers and crew chief reference this, there was an IndyCar race earlier today, 250.
Oh, man.
With Alfredo,
Jeff Burton got in his left rear there.
Looks like everybody's going to be able to gather it up.
Yeah, but this is where it gets risky. You see Justin Allgaier on the outside of 3 wide, William Swallow to the bottom. They figured that out.
Onboard Sam Mayer, this is the GovX onboard. Parker talked about the fact they dropped to the rear at the start because of the changes they made. He's up to 28th in the running order.
Well, nobody wants to start in the rear, but it's really fun if you have a fast car. You see him just going wherever they're not.
We look back. Yeah, Jeff just lost the nose there.
I think Alfredo almost lost it there.
Walking up the racetrack, and Jeff just couldn't keep it down.
Those white gloves, perfect though. I mean, you saw him working that thing through the corner. 17 Corey Day, 1 Carson Waffle.
See, Allgaier elected not to go down across that apron earlier in the race. He's really good at working the outside. You see he's higher than anybody else, just trying to get a little fresh air on the nose.
And Corey Days is hanging on there. He's loose.
He is extremely loose.
He got a little bit of air.
You still feeling confident in your Cup Series Rookie of the Year pick?
That set him at the track just a
Who was it?
How long will it take Justin Allgaier to get to the top 10? Well, we're about to find out because he qualified 17th and already going for the 10th position on track, driving to the inside of Day. There it is, Allgaier into the top 10. Only 5 laps into this one.
What's so impressive about Justin is it's not just one part of the racetrack he makes work. He was making the top work. As soon as he got in front of Corey Day, he went right back to the bottom and look at the gap. He's already
The only option?
7 car.
Well, then, yeah, probably.
The feeling he wants here, the throttle, the brake, the steering wheel.
I was like,
he has it all down. And
I don't know. Like, I was like, it's got to be Zilich, right? Yeah, I picked Zilich, right? You're making me feel like I didn't pick Zilich for a second. You're making me second guess myself.
Racing on board here with Harrison Burton. One thing that sticks out as he comes off of turn 2 here, just look at the sun as it's setting there off in the distance. Almost blind right there for a second. That's tough. He's got that clear visor because this race will go into the nighttime. Just something you have to manage this early in the race.
Good start to the race for Brent Cruz riding fourth, but he's got company. Series champion, a man that's won here in both the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and in a Cup car, William Byron, working that high lane.
William running a little bit higher. You see, not quite as quick through the middle, but because you can exit straighter, with a little more throttle. Look at the momentum that he carries. Also very disciplined on entry. You saw the 19 behind him drive in just a little harder. Going to lose a little bit on exit again. It's really hard to discipline yourself to not overdrive the entries, but to get a good exit.
8 laps in at Phoenix, and Taylor Gray has led them all. And this move was key to get him ahead of the curve and take over the top spot. Race 4 underway in the desert on CW.
CW.
Get ahead of your curve. Explore Peroni's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com.
Christopher David Bell. He's 4 years old. What have you started?
Oh, Christopher Bell is taking the lead. What a finish!
He's done it again! Bell has driven to victory again! How about that? That check is for $1 million!
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
Febreze. Coming home to Febreze Plug feels like the best.
best welcome home ever. Because Febreze has a micro drip to control scent release, so it's first day fresh for 50 days. And a refill light, so every welcome home is delightful.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
What causes a curve? Is it Peyronie's disease? There's somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that.
Jesse Love does take the lead. He loves taking the lead.
I got somebody for that.
He loves leading.
I got somebody for that. You guys got somebody for Peyronie's?
He loves love.
There's hope for the estimated
I hope,
1 in 10 men who
Milius.
may have Peyronie's disease, or PD, a urology specialist who treats PD.
Jesse Love loves love.
Including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Mopping is hard work. Then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket, with the Swiffer Power Mop.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful
hardware, folks.
So gross.
Jesse, remember Danny?
Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
14 laps in for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Here at Phoenix, we have a new race leader, Jesse Love. Got to pick it up.
Nick Sanchez slow on track.
Here in November. We'll follow his progress in a moment. First one off.
Oh no, he just pitted. Wait, no, he's off the pace. Yeah.
What's going on, Kim?
Yeah, he came on the radio and told the team.
Looks like he'll make his way to pit road.
All the dashes are off, so they called him down pit road to try and diagnose what the issue is.
That's most likely an electrical issue. If you don't have any power inside the car, it's not a...
Nick Sanchez stays low on the racetrack. He'll make his way to pit road, so we'll stay green.
That's definitely, it could definitely be electrical. That's the hardest thing to diagnose. Exactly what's wrong. That's so frustrating. This is a guy you got to keep your eye on right here. The red, white, and black, number 8, Sammy Smith, past winner at this racetrack. We've been watching his lap times while we were at break. Consistently one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. And I talked to him this morning, just about how the season has started. He mentioned Corey Shea, the crew chief he's worked with this year, and he said, look, it's my 4th year in the series. I kind of had things figured out, but it surprised me how much we've gelled right off the bat here. He said, it just felt like I'm in sync. He understands what I'm saying, and he was very confident about this race car here today. Showing it early.
Speed 4 consecutive weeks. Yeah. Racetracks, that's impressive. There's another driver for Junior Motorsports, back portion of the top 10. Quapple in the 1, racing Jeff Burton in the 27 as they go back and forth for a spot.
Jeff had that big moment early on in the race, but has done a nice job recovering.
All right, Taylor Gray leading when we went to break. You saw side by side that Jesse Love went by, and now another Chevrolet has made his way by the 54, William Byron to second.
You know who that is in the 88? Yeah, that is my pick for the win.
And here's what I would say about that. I thought it was really gutsy for you to go out on a limb and pick him. Pick the guy that was really big.
That's right. Well, when you guys are just discussing how Jamie's car looks fast, what you're seeing here from Jesse Love getting to the back of Taylor Gray, that was something over a couple of consecutive laps I noticed was the difference in how they're tackling this track. Jesse Love is going in the corners very deep, using a ton of brake, was able to get to the rear bumper of Taylor Gray and eventually be able to get that car to rotate and drive away. There's 2 ways to tackle this track, Jamie. You can brake soft for sort of a long period of time or brake hard for a short period of time. Jesse definitely taking that entry value strategy and using it to good measure.
What about RCR? If you rewind to the championship race, they get the title with Jesse Love, and he wins that race with that dramatic final stage. You go to the beginning of 2026, Austin Hill dominates and wins at Daytona. He's leading the points. He and Jesse Love are both winning stages. They come into this race 1-2 in the standings. Just remarkable what that organization is doing right now.
Yeah, I talked to Richard Childress down on the grid. We were doing pre-race during one of the breaks, and he told me, he's like, man, organization's just on fire right now. And the fact that the 2-car Jesse Love won the championship last year, kind of lit a fire under Austin Hill. You know, all these guys are competitive, and you want to be able to outrun your teammate every single week. Is Sammy Smith
making a good pass there.
His way to the front up to P3. He has been the fastest
P3
on the race
past Taylor Gray.
Few laps by a margin. By a margin, he is absolutely flying. That feels so good when you're behind the wheel of that race car. You know, as you're starting to click off through these different drivers past them in the top 5, you can just tell you've got the speed. And also his teammate here, Justin Allgaier, moving by Brent Cruz. Yeah, we talked about how good Joe Gibbs Racing is at this racetrack, and they all fired off really well. But as the run goes on,
Wow.
these cars is not where they need it. We got 3 Chevys.
I love fast cars.
Taylor Gray, Brandon Jones, Brent Cruz kind of slowly fade to the back. We're going to have to work on those cars and get them better on the long run.
Let's do our Powerball power movers. And you talk about Chevys moving to the front. Mayer, the highlight coming from the back at plus 13. You've got to give some love to Parker Retzlaff. Didn't have a great qualifying run, but he's plus 11. It's been a good weekend for Viking Motorsports. Jeremy Clements needs something positive to happen. He looks good. Across the board, though, when you look at the top 10, and you said this, Jamie, the JRM Chevys look outstanding. Byron up to 2nd, Sammy Smith now 3rd, and Allgaier from 17th to 5th at the midway point of stage 1. Everybody pay attention to that 7-car. It is remarkable how good and consistent he is at this place.
I think he's ahead of schedule.
I would say so for sure.
This morning in the garage, they said, we feel like if we just get the car remotely close, that guy behind the wheel can get us to the front. And I said to him, when I look when you qualified, you'll be in the top 5 by the end of stage 1. He's done that halfway through stage. That's impressive.
How about the fact he's 36 for 36 here when you talk about scoring points in stages? And he's the all-time leader in stage wins here with 8. But he just, every time we race at this place, he finds his way to the front. Brent Cruz, Brandon Jones, teammates there racing right in front of the one of Carson Kvapil. And Carson off to a good start in 8th. This has not been his best track. 0 for 2 when you talk about his top 10 finishes last year. Didn't get there, but in position maybe to knock it down tonight. And don't forget who his crew chief is, Rodney Childers, who had all that success here at the Cup level with Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Rodney felt like, looking at the times from practice yesterday, that Carson and the 1 car was kind of in this group of like 5 or 6 guys that are all really, really close. He thought if they could make the right adjustments, that they'd be a contender to win tonight. You see Brent Cruz again really overdriving the entries of those corners. That must be what feels good to him. It's working for Jesse Love, but you see how much he loses on the exit every time. All part of the learning process. 17 years old, racing the O'Reilly Series. Still, basically is in the top 10. This is a great place to be learning when you're this far up front. You can learn a lot and make adjustments as we go later in this race. And he can look at that, but you also want your spotter or crew chief, whoever's watching the broadcast or watching this live, to say, listen,
My win pick, Justin Allgaier, started 17th, moved his way all the way up to 4th.
They've led in all 4 races this year.
Jesse Love has the fastest lap right now
from
the lead.
Right now is Jesse Love. As we look at our Mobil 1 leaderboard, he's out in front of Byron Smith, Allgaier in gray, just over 15 laps to go in the opening stage at Phoenix.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's mesmerizing. Cleaning that greasy mess with Dawn Platinum.
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish soap, removing 99% of grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
Arby's new meat and 3 box for just $7.99 is a 4-course meal deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Whoa! Can you believe all this food fits in one box?
Arby's, we have the meats.
See? These dishes are still dirty.
You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, my go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double the Dawn, breaking down food residue. Cascade.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Rinvoq. Rinvoq works differently, and it's a once-daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief with Rinvoq. Check.
Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid-free remission. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check. And keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
13 laps to go, stage one for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. It's the GovX 200 live in Phoenix.
So this is pretty cool to see. Jeb Burton moving up into 6th. And the reason I say that is that Jordan Anderson Racing this offseason made some serious investments in their resources, made an alliance with RCR. In those first couple of races, right, 2 drafting tracks, a road course, couldn't really see where that was going to make a difference. But then in talking to Jeb, he's like, I feel like this place could really tell us if there's been some significant changes to performance on our race cars. Qualified well, and now just outside the top 5. I think this is really showing the fruit of those investments from Jordan Anderson Racing. When you talk about a team that is invested in the O'Reilly Series in such a large way, going up against cup organizations independently, I think that's really impressive to see.
Yeah, and you referenced it was going to be Junior Motorsports versus Jesse Love here in a second, right? Looking at the running order, but what about Corey Day? Started, got a little bit off, faded, but as this run has went on, again, showing a lot of speed.
They're racing through golden hour right now.
Corey looking to have a good finish, but also just a clean overall day.
It's so beautiful.
Be a part of the story again.
But you think about what they've done to be top 10 in points, and as you said, I mean, they've had the run-ins, and we talked about it NASCAR Countdown Live earlier, but they put themselves in great positions. They got fast cars, and he's starting to see tracks for the second time. This is his second trip here to Phoenix, and he'll go to Vegas next week, where he finished top 5 last fall. So the confidence is growing, and he's gaining more positions here.
And I think this type of track would suit a dirt guy, because you're searching around, you're looking for grip, and he's used to trying to move up and find some grip. You see him right here on a totally separate line. All those Gibbs cars, I referenced this early on, they've all moved to the top. That's where they seem to find speed at this track. But the JGR Toyotas are just not having the speed they need at the end. But it's going to be, we're going to have a reset here in just a second. We've got 9 laps to go on the stage. We talked about the IndyCar rubber. The racetrack is going to change. I still think we'll see some of the same players, but we're going to see some guys that have struggled at the beginning of this leapfrog forward, and some guys that are good right now fade.
Here's the other thing to think about as we hit 8 laps to go on the stage. We're going to pay out these stage points, and we know how important they are now in the chase era, the no longer win and you're in, and the way points are going to make such a difference in these first 24 races. Go get all you can. And there are a lot of positions up there inside the top 5, top 10 that are up for grabs right now.
And this guy right here, Sammy Smith, has been consistently 0.2 a lap faster than our leader, Jesse Love, as we get late in this stage. He's just been flying throughout this run. Could be worrisome, Jamie, for the reason you mentioned, which is...
Also, Alex Bowman will not be racing tomorrow. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but Alex Bowman, he has vertigo.
Serious speed in that 8 car.
It's, I think, part of the reason why he came out of the car towards the end of the race last week. Hope he gets better. Hope it's just something that can just be solved with a week off. Hopefully it's not something that needs to have more time.
Williams coming back. He's struggling. Eight's by far the best car. Yeah, I was just going to tell you that. Those 5 laps kind of dictated a little bit. I had to push a little too hard. Yeah, we're paying a little bit for it now.
But I think if you had told the 17...
Some people are having theories that it actually originated from that Michigan crash last year. I don't know about all that, but...
They would have been, Byron just had more than consent right there. As you see, we're going to have a little race for the lead here.
Jesse Love gets high, trying to get by the lap.
Brandon Aubrey might go to another team.
42 Nathan Bird going to the outside of him is Love.
Sammy Smith battling with Jesse Love for the lead. Side by side.
Battle for the lead is on. Sammy Smith looking to the inside of Jesse Love.
But Jesse's in such a vulnerable position because Sammy's been catching him a couple tenths a lap. Should be able to get
This battle's good right here.
He's able to get beside him. It just not quite.
Not quite gonna get there.
Decide to go here. He gives some clean air to the.
Coming to 4 laps to go in the stage. Here comes Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith led that lap.
Just couldn't hold it.
4 to go in the stage. New leaders.
New leader Sammy Smith.
Outstanding opening stage here in Phoenix.
That's the words that every driver wants to hear. All clear for the lead. The 8 car.
Right behind him, they're racing for the free pass position. That's if we don't get another car a lap down. LeVar Scott in that spot right now has scored outside the top 30.
LeVar Scott in the free pass position at the moment.
Down to turns 1 and 2 that last lap, well below the apron.
Great opening stage for Carson Kvapil. Driving to the front.
3 to go on the stage.
William Byron.
One of the things
Motorsports 4 in the top 5.
And one of the things I'm noticing about these junior motorsports cars, you heard Justin Allgaier mention he maybe went a little too hard too early. They're treating their rear tires incredibly well. If you look how low they're all exiting, how straight they're exiting, they're showing that incredible drive off right now. This is what all the other teams are probably noting, and especially that 8, he rotates, but he's able to exit so low and straight and get the power down. That's where I'm seeing them be really successful. I'm so happy for Carson in that one Bass Pro Shop Chevy. The season he had last year, getting the opportunity he has this year, capitalizing on it. We all want to see him get to victory lane. Great start to the race for the one team.
He was in the 91 last week. In the 1 this week, he'll drive the 9
Not
next
confusing
week.
at all, Adam.
But hey, he's handling whatever situation is thrown at him and off to a really good start. Top 5 in points. Final lap of the stage. Sammy Smith is out in front of the 2 of Jesse Love.
Look at how low the 8 seems slide back up there a little bit. Didn't hook the bottom.
That's 55 Joey Gase putting him a lap down. So he'll be the free pass car most likely when we end this first stint of the race.
I think the 2's learning from the 8. I saw him run a completely different.
It's the final lap of the stage, and Sammy Smith comes around, and Sammy Smith will win stage 1 at Phoenix.
Strong start in Phoenix. It's his 7th career stage win. First time he is delivered here in the desert. Other drivers getting points. Love, Kvapil.
So about a 22-minute, 23-second green flag run to start the race for the first stage. Sammy Smith is your stage 1 winner. We head to stage 2 here.
New Mr. Clean Magic Erasers make it possible. Just wet and squeeze and effortlessly cut through 100% of dirt, grease, and grime. So this is
100% possible.
They're upgraded and last 2 times longer to tackle more messes. It's not just clean, it's Mr. Clean.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp.
What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
So, Jessica, is there anyone you like?
Like anyone here?
Oh my gosh, let's do Home Court Explorer.
Yes, helps you shop, quote, and buy the right coverage for you, even if it's not with us.
What do you think of this option? You look so good together.
Don't hate me, I just told him that you're interested.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I know. Let's prank call each other.
That's not how that works, Jamie.
These guys are out of control.
Candy, hang on! This is why it matters.
Dominican Republic won 12-3 against Nicaragua. That's a big win. U.S. and Great Britain are actually, I think, just got underway.
Ryan Phelps started selling cars as a high school teacher 16 years ago, and the growth never stopped. Ryan's goal is to be the best at really bad credit financing, but carry an A-plus reputation.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why from Rochester to Utica, everyone's buying from Ryan.
knowing there's a solid roof over everything you've built. There's a name for that feeling.
Great Britain's actually winning 1-0 against the U.S. right
With
now.
roofing projects,
That's kind of hilarious.
quality materials, experienced installers, and lasting value are essential. But making the right decision all comes down to comfort. Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
Slip or fall? Give Birkin a call.
I slipped and fell on ice, and Robert Birkin got me $700,000.
I'm attorney Robert Birkin. Slips and falls due to cracked sidewalks, holes in the ground, broken railings, or snow and ice can cause serious injuries. If someone fails to maintain their property and you are injured by a slip or fall, don't wait. Give me a call.
I slipped and fell on some ice, and Robert Birkin got me $350,000.
Slip or fall? Give Birkin a call. 315-979-FALL.
Great Britain does have U.S. players, that is true.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by GovX, savings for those who serve. Toyota, let's go places. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Stage 1 is in the books in Phoenix for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Our stage break coverage brought to you by Arby's. Live on the CW with Jamie McMurray, Parker Cleverman. I'm Adam Alexander. Quite a drive for Sammy Smith, and with the sun going down, the track is going to change. I just hope Corey Shea's got the right adjustments because that 8 car so far has been electric. Let's go to Kim Kuhn.
Now let's talk about pit road here before we see our first pit stops of the night. Lots of challenges. It's a long pit road. There's curves, but most importantly, it's very slippery. So we'll see cars slide through boxes. We'll also see crew members kind of lose their footing. So one of the things they do is they scrape the rubber clean off the pit stalls as much as they can. They put a importance on that. But the big question this weekend, what's the IndyCar rubber going to do to those boxes? We know when the NASCAR rubber is stacked on top of more rubber, it makes it very slippery, but teams were wondering if it would indeed be slippery with the IndyCar rubber on top, or because yesterday when the cars went out onto the track with the IndyCar rubber,
Canada won 8-2 against Colombia.
It actually helped that slippery condition. So a lot of unanswered questions that we're looking to get answered right here during the first pit stop of the night.
It is so hard to get out of your stall. When they drop the jack, you let the clutch out. It's like you just don't move. It's just like you're on ice trying to leave the stalls here. But you know, getting in the stall too. That's the other part where you see cars locking against the wall. It's so tough.
The other thing is sometimes you come off turn 2, you're coming down pit road, the sun, and you miss your sign.
Oh yeah,
that happened a couple of times in the fall. I was going to point out we picked pits based on how you qualified last week. Connor Zilic won the pole in the 1 car. 1 gets the first pit stall. That's where Carson Poplin is when he comes in P3 here. Progressive pit road is open. Let's go to Dylan Welch.
And Sammy Smith will be the first one to peel off. Said he felt like they fired off slow, and he's pretty sure they drove the right front off. But car sure did come to him there on that long run. They'll make a small wedge adjustment and air pressure adjustment. Jesse Love said he was out front. He didn't have enough drive to wrap the line. When the end passed him, he said, "I figured it out. Track's coming to us. No adjustments for the 2. They're pretty happy, Ken."
And for the 27 of Jeff Burton, you see him right there, was running at one point top 5 lap times during that first stage. They will make an adjustment to the right front of that car. On the right side of your screen, you see Carson Coffey said, "I feel pretty good, a little free, but it isn't bad." He told Ronnie Childers, "I don't want to tighten it up too much and kill it," so they elect to leave it alone. They will take tires and fuel.
And now the race off Progressive pit road. Jesse Love gets it done. +1 for him. And look at Carson Waffle, number 1 pit stall, gets him out in the 2nd position. Then it's Smith, Allgaier, and Jones. Stage 2 coming up on the CW.
What causes a current down? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
Find a urology specialist who treats PD at goGetSomebody.com.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when Emma and Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all clean.
Tomorrow, the battle in the lanes continues.
Japan versus South Korea looks like a good game.
Face off under the brightest lights. He's the greatest! This is the PBA. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the CW.
Deconstructing the high cost of medicine on the next Full Measure.
Sunday night at 10:30 on CW6. The Euclid Restaurant and Bar is a favorite for casual dining. Enjoy a variety of delicious meals at our welcoming bar or cozy dining room, including fresh seafood and prime rib. Euclid Restaurant, Route 31 in Clay. Bring the whole family. You're always welcome.
We're here at Planet Fitness, getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now, and your first month is free. With the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and unlock sensational recovery amenities like red light.
Dickie V?
Let's go.
Get the PF Black Card for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet, baby.
Barbara's mother is injured. A bad fall. Careless landlord. She had a tough call to make. Get some or get the maximum. Big Jim, Stanley Law's accident investigator, did his thing. He showed she had a legitimate case. Barbara said, my mom made the right call. You know, Joe, if she had accepted their offer, she'd be in big trouble today. Stanley Law, the maximum award people.
Youth football. Head injuries. Spotlight on America investigates.
Choosing the best helmet that's available is an important decision.
Youth football. Helmet safety.
Monday at 10 on the CW6. CW6 celebrates 250 years of amazing America. The Euclid Restaurant and Bar is a favorite for casual dining. Enjoy a variety of delicious meals at our welcoming bar or cozy dining room, including fresh seafood and prime rib. Euclid Restaurant, Route 31 in Clay. Bring the whole family. You're always welcome.
Test your luck and make your power play by heading to your local lottery retailer to get in the game for tonight's estimated Powerball jackpot of $35 million. Get ready for stage 2 here in Phoenix for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Pit Road, you know, is such a big thing here. And now we get this replay brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit Progressive.com.
Well, and initially when we looked at this, we thought that Corey Day had slid over the line, but that's actually one of the lines that IndyCar uses. So he didn't necessarily slide too long, but he was too close to the pit wall. They couldn't get the jack under it and get it jacked up. And Parker, this is just one of those things that you mentioned it, like, put your notes. Yep. And you just got to be reminded, like, okay, pit stalls are way slicker here than I anticipated. In NASCAR, you go to such a variety of tracks. There's so many things you have to put in that notebook. And why do you keep those notes? Because you have to kind of remind yourself as you go to these different tracks, and that is something at the top of everyone's list for this racetrack, how slippery these boxes are. To contrast that, the 8 car got in so slowly to his box, pointed it. But let's take a listen to what Corey said on the radio.
Getting the choose here.
Sorry guys, that's fine. Straight there, so I also had wheel to the right, and that just made my slides feel a bit worse.
And we used the first 11 fucking laps of the stage under caution. That's insane.
Well, and if you've ever driven in the snow or the ice and you get the wheels locked up and your automatic instinct is to push harder on the brake and it just doesn't get better, that's what happens. Same thing in your stall. You almost got to let off to get the car to slow down, because once the tires lock up, it seems like it picks up speed. And as he learns,
right,
he's going to learn to sort of get to where you turn that car as you do that.
Sun's going down.
That's just part of the process.
Getting a little darker.
Love and Qualcomm.
Lights are on.
All Junior Motorsports on row 2. Justin Allgaier, Sammy Smith. Row 3, William Byron, Brandon Jones. A lot of drivers up front for this restart that had pulled into victory lane in Phoenix.
Seen a lot of drivers
Here we go.
choose the outside if they have the option. But Jesse Love choosing the bottom right here.
Green flag is back in the air. We are racing in stage 2 at Phoenix.
Into the top 10 after great pit work. Jesse Love getting away out front. Stage 2 at Phoenix.
Great launch, learned from that first start. Look at Byron's a little big.
William Byron.
Carson Qualcomm's going to have the momentum, though, on the outside. Very disciplined. You see the 7 car also going to fill that void. Byron stuck on the bottom with no momentum.
Dean Thompson up in that mix. Jeff Burton inside of William Sawalich. Orange and white number 18 trying to make a play in stage 2.
That was real tight back there. Sam Merritt got to the back bumper. Jeff Burton started getting a little bit looser as well. It's a horrible place to be in the middle.
Oh, Sammy Smith! He almost got fucked. He could have lost a few spots, though, so he kind of did.
For a second, Sammy gathers it up.
Oh, how quickly things can change. You win the stage, you lose the race off pit road, you get compromised, and now you're in traffic in an absolute dogfight as Sammy Smith.
Well, Brent Cruz has his hands full right here on this restart. That car just doesn't have the rear grip that he needs, and I don't think Sammy knew that he was there. Brent was almost on the apron inside of him when they made that contact. You got to set the cars up, though, free on these initial runs so it doesn't build too tight as the run goes on. That's why you see all these guys fighting for rear grip right now.
Top 10, 4 cars from JRM, 4 from Joe Gibbs Racing, and give a call to the Haas Factory team. 00 is Sheldon Creed. We're riding on board with Sam Mayer, who's come from the back, and he's knocking on the door of the top 10.
Take a look right here. You see Brent Cruz is going to be just to the left rear of Sammy Smith. Let's see how much room he has right here. Yeah, I mean, it's like Sammy just didn't realize that he was in there. That's a terrible angle that the spotters have looking at that. It's not a blind spot. It's just the you're almost directly behind them when you're trying to spot. These guys are back at it, going at it, yeah.
Sammy's like, please get away from my left rear.
But it looks like Brent Cruz in the 19 struggled to get going on the restart, but here we are a few laps in. The balance is starting to come back to him. Looks like he has good speed right now.
But think about who he's racing around. He qualifies in the top 10. He fades in that opening stage of the race. But he's surrounded by drivers that have won here that have so much experience in these cars. And he's doing what you have to do, stay in the game. And I feel like this is something we saw from Connor Zilic last year. Use the first couple of stages to learn, educate yourself, and then attack in that final stage.
Well, Brent is very similar to Connor, that he learns quick. He's been successful in every type of car he's been, road race, ovals, whatever it is. He's done an exceptional job, and we have high expectations for him as we ride on board here, the Toyota Racing on board with Harrison Burton.
Racing there with his teammates.
On the apron.
The Sam Hunt Racing is right in the middle of this battle. Dean Thompson of the 26. The duo is combined for one top 25 finish this year. Luck has not been on their side. Both in the top 15 right now. Need something good to happen here in the desert.
Well, no, they're running nose to tail with each other, and that kind of tells you, like, where we are right now. But we know it's a little frustrating that you're running that close to your teammate, but as you said, they just need to get a good solid finish here.
Came into this race 34th in points for Harrison Burton. They've got to seriously make up some ground right now. Remember, this chase format, basically your average finish of the season, they're going to have to start getting some serious points.
Pretty similar to what we saw in that first run, guys. The 88 looks like he takes off well, but the 7 has that long run speed.
Treating those rear tires well.
Yeah, and Allgaier didn't have to come from 17th in stage 2 like he did
right
at the start of the race. Jesse Love is leading. He's led 43 laps here tonight.
This isn't just a motorcycle. It's an engineering miracle. A time machine.
It's a good friend. It's all your friends.
It's your inner child. And it's all the stars in the sky.
It's a highway to your final form.
And as America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive protects whatever it means to you.
Wait, are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear anything with this thing on. This isn't just... No. That's you, sir.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at Ace. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Oh my God, shaking.
You're already halfway through the stage. We ran like fucking 11 laps under caution. Start the stage, ridiculous.
3, 2, 1, we are live. Here we go. Oh my God, bro! The cheapest Louis Vuitton ever sold.
I'm so glad I'm adding this Funko Pop to my collection. This was a success.
When you're on Whatnot, it's too much fun.
You've got a big day, and you need to smell fresh. That's why the all-new Unstoppables gives your clothes a 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
Can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Unstoppables fresh. Smell unstoppable.
Tajin Chile Lime Sauce. Mild with major Chile lime flavor. It takes snacks to a whole other level. What's your way to Tajin?
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
Jesse Love leading this race has about a 2-second lead, over 2-second lead over Carson Quapple in second.
Stage 2 of the GovX 200 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here at Phoenix Raceway. You know, Kim did that great report. Jesse Love lost the lead, didn't win the stage. She said he loves it, no changes. They execute on pit road, and here he is out front. Boy, he looks really good right now.
And I think Jamie referenced what he talked about when Kim reported that Jesse said on the radio. That's when the 8 went by, he saw how Sammy Smith was exiting the corner super low, keeping the rear tires on it, getting straight drive off, and sort of noted that. And you saw him adjust his lines there when he got behind the 8 and now using that to be in the lead. I think it just sort of was a light bulb moment for a second when he saw what Sammy Smith was doing.
Let's get more on the 2 car. Here's Dylan.
Yeah, and he's not just chilling out front right now either. Some Starkey radio communication will tell us exactly what the 2 is doing out in front of this field.
Finish, okay? Take care of your... Alright, well, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how to hit the bottom of the green floor. Losing too much time doing it.
Yeah, right, Jaden? Like, that's what I'm saying.
And again, that radio presented by
Maybe 6 laps,
to make sure
but like not 11.
Whatever the IndyCar rubber threw at them, as we saw, and Jesse learned a lot at the end of the first stage, and he's doing a good job right now. Danny Stockman happy with his lap times to hold this lead. Kim.
Dylan, let's talk about his teammate Austin Hill, currently running in the 19th position after restarting 24th after that first round of stops, and they did spend a long time on pit road. It was no mistake or issue. They just took a really big swing on that Chevrolet. That first stage, Austin just complaining how like the right front was corded. There were some very small...
Panama versus Puerto Rico stopped because of rain.
But he said the wheel was straight on April.
They're in the bottom of the 7th, right?
Tires past center, and then it buzzes the rear on exit. So again, they needed some big changes to that machine to get it going better. And he has worked his way up to the 19th position. And remember, coming into this race, they were the points leader. Their goal was to lead with the points lead. Right now, though, it's going to be a challenge for as good as his teammate Jesse Love is.
So everything that also described is exactly what you don't want your car to do. I thought the same. So there's on entry.
So chattering and buzzing is not good.
And then, you know, being tight in the center, chattering, and then spinning the tires and exit is just not great. So we look back here at Harrison Burton, Jeremy Clements, Corey Day. This might get a little tight, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, just packed a little air. That'll happen here. Real tight corners of this track.
This race has been pretty clean and green so far. Only caution was that stage caution.
Drops to 23rd when he slides into the pit stall, but he's rallied back up to the top 15.
the Brent Cruz. And boy, is he doing a nice job.
Well, then we've seen a transition, right? We talked about the IndyCar rubber being on the track. Sammy Smith's a great example. Had a bad restart, but he's kind of stuck in 7th right now. And Jesse Love, who was, fairly quick, honestly finished 2nd in the first stage, but he's adapted, and they've made the right adjustments to that car. He's made the right adjustments inside the car. The 7th car is the one that seems to be going the wrong direction right now. He might be figuring it out, but think about the difference.
Apparently there's also rain in Houston for the U.S. Great Britain game, but they're indoors, so it doesn't matter, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know they had any outdoor games in the WBC. I didn't even know that, like, Puerto Rico. I didn't know they were actually playing in Puerto Rico.
In this sport, and a veteran like Justin Allgaier goes toe-to-toe. And Rick Cruz in the 19 struggled at the start of the stage. Really struggled with rear.
But yeah, the first WBC stream will be on Monday night. Next week's schedule, we have most of it created, but Thursday and Friday is kind of TBD right now because we don't know who's going to make like the quarterfinals or semifinals or whatever.
In stage number 2 at Phoenix.
I'm really only interested in the Team USA games, I guess.
Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
Four parks. One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old. Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection. Add it to your wash and everything will smell divine. Luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
From the moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Roads worn, clouds plunged, sweat mopped up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. And when it was finally time to enjoy,
I went and picked Justin Allgaier as running in 4th. It's kind of where he's been for a lot of the race. He started in 17th, but he made his way up to 4th. He's kind of been just hanging around there. My boy Sheldon's in 9th right now. He started in 16th.
Prevent flare-ups. Now that's ED maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Person breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ready to take back your breath? Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Butterfly shrimp and steak to go. Tonight, we feast.
Yeah, we dine like royalty.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
You're banished from the land.
Not yet! Huzzah!
Take a sip.
It feels so good. I can't! Huzzah!
Talk about cruise control on a Saturday night, driving through the desert. That's what it is for Jesse Love. Just been outstanding, executing this race. Didn't get the win in the opening stage. Came in second when Sammy Smith had the late rally. But you look at it, he's led 62 of 83 laps after qualifying up front. The reigning champ has been the model of consistency.
And he's checked out. Yeah, he's almost 4 seconds ahead, and we heard him and Danny Stockton talking, and Danny's like, look, save what you have, and he's trying to learn right now. I think that's what we appreciate the most about Jesse Love is he's a student. He's always trying to learn and always trying to get better. And he's doing an exceptional job of all of that today. We talked to him in the pre-race, and I love when he talks about the mental side of this. And how much work he does there.
So deep.
Yeah, and the words he uses, like he talks about disassociating from the championship in this race because it's just, this is a race now in this year. You can't go back to feeling of that championship and thinking you can be complacent because you got that done. It's really impressive and why this young man is, continued to impress a lot of people as we see Sheldon Creed on the inside of Taylor Gray.
I talked to Jonathan Tony, crew chief for Sheldon Creed earlier today. He said, we just missed it a little bit in qualifying. I think we'll be good in the race. In particular, that long run that we should get in the final stage. 00 just quietly performing. Racing Taylor Gray for 7th. And as they battle, look at this. Jeff Burton, who's back. I mean, we've given him credit And racing here, the dog might come out, the Virginia native.
Sheldon just let him know he's number one.
Oh, jeez.
For a second. Well, the 27 on that last pit stop pulled a Packer, it looked like, and it cost them 4 or 5 spots. And we were questioning, like, why would you give up that track condition? But to see him drive back up inside the top 10 again, and it looks to me like he has a better car than both 54 and the 00. That's amazing that you can run that low and still get a decent exit. That's really good.
Well, they really good perform because he's a drafter, and they really didn't get the payoff that they need to start the year in Daytona and Atlanta. And Jeremy Clements, another driver slow out of the gates this season, in position to get stage points. He's back behind this group in the 51.
And another one of those teams sort of in this midfield that's, you know, trying to improve in the offseason, making that alliance with Haas Factory team as those Hendrick engines. And yeah, didn't have the best start to the year, but this is a really impressive run. He's been one of the fastest cars actually on the racetrack on the over the last 5 laps. So definitely has some speed in that 51 right now. And we talked about this being kind of the start of the season, even though we've got 6 drafting tracks and you have 4 road courses. There's a lot of tracks similar to this, and this is one of the places you want to run well because I think it sets the tone for the remainder of your year.
Here's the other thing. You look at the next 4 races on the schedule, they're in the chase. 5 of the next 6 will be tracks that we go to when we're running toward a championship in the fall. You want to get it dialed in. Mentality different than when you used to come here and you knew if you were in the championship.
Final lap of the stage. Jesse Love has the lead.
Will play a big role in the fall when we come here as we start thinking about who's going to be the 2026 champ.
And to that point, when you talk to these teams and drivers, every race feels so important with this format. They're learning that.
And Jesse Love comes around.
They know how important every point is.
Something tells me we'll be talking about this guy again. Second stage victory of 2026.
And Jesse Love wins stage 2 at Phoenix.
RCR has just been unbelievable this season. When you talk about stage victories, leading laps, and scoring points. And speaking of scoring points, finally.
All right, I'll be back for the start of the final stage. I'm going to go outside and smoke. Like I said, I'll be back for the start of the final stage.
Stage number 2 is done. And the reigning champ feeling comfortable in Phoenix again. So far, it's the Jesse Love Show in the desert. Pit stops when we return on CW.
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
what if my flaky red plaque psoriasis takes center stage?
Next up, we have Ned.
What if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on topicals? Ask your doctor about Otezla.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built it." KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
These guys are out of control.
Candy, hang on! This is why it matters.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, next Saturday from Las Vegas at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific.
The cold fades, and a familiar feeling returns. Leather pops. Bats find barrels. The rhythm that means baseball is back. Now, before the regular season writes its story, hope springs eternal in Tampa.
On a gorgeous afternoon here in Tampa, Florida, it is time for baseball.
Watch Yankee spring training baseball on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Rebound and recover with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join now and unlock recovery amenities like Red Light. Incredible!
Get the PF Black Card for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. And he said, I can't believe how white your teeth are. From that point on, I've been sold.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Hi everyone, it's Why Am I a Mets Fan with me, Samantha Croston, and me, Ashley Winskowski.
I think Nolan McLean could be the future ace of this Mets team. I'm not sure that the New York Mets are a playoff team.
This is Why Am I a Mets Fan. You've got to watch.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. And by the Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Car. It's been a beautiful weekend here in Phoenix, and the fans enjoying the CW Sports Bar. Just on the midway here, not too far away from where we are in the broadcast booth. What a great night in the city, 30 minutes away. It's the perfect time to fuel up with Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3-box. Arby's is giving you a whole lot of food with a classic roast beef or crispy fish sandwich and 3 delicious sides. There's more meal for your money at Arby's. Scan the QR code to order now in the Arby's app. Arby's, we have the meats.
I don't know about that CW bar, but I could go for an Arby's roast beef right now. We're all starving.
You know, if there's anyone who knows the value of a good crew, it's the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's why they want to put the spotlight on the pit crew members that are essential to a race team's success. Here's Dylan.
Yeah, and this is Edward Townsend. We call him Dewey. He's the new crew chief for Nick Sanchez on the 25. Houston, Texas native, and he was an engineer at the Cup level with Legacy GMS for quite a while before he came here to the AM Racing fold. A former racer himself in his younger days, raced bandoleros, raced motocross, raced drag cars. He has a younger brother as well who races sprint cars now. This is a pick of them a few years ago now, but Edward and Christopher, certainly a good bond. And then this is him with the King and Eric Jones after winning the Southern 500. So he brings a lot of experience, depth of knowledge to this AM Racing group, and he's been a valuable add, speaking with Nick about Dewey and him taking over the leadership, just what he's done. It's been a big gain for this team this year as cars are on pit road, and we will start at the entrance of pit road with the 88 of William Byron. They were pretty happy with their race car, but felt like they needed to go back on their most recent adjustments, said that they tightened up too much. They'll undo that for this stop. Jesse Love felt like everything was better for him that run, but they were trending freer, so they're going to tighten him up just a touch, just a very small adjustment on the 2. Kim?
And Carson Quaffle stops in his box. He's got the very last box before exit. He was saying the only way I can get it to turn is to put the right front in the paint. 4 or 5 out of 10 tight. Definitely said he felt like he had right side tire degradation from trying to get it to turn. Air pressure adjustment both on the right and front and rear, as well as tape adjustment.
Race off Progressive Pit Road. Jesse Love holds serve. Taylor Gray +6 gets to second. Buckle comes off third. Brent Cruz gets 1. William Byron comes off fifth. Final stage on the way.
Everything on the line. At O'Reilly Auto Parts, we know racing isn't just speed.
It takes teamwork,
Hard work and commitment.
the kind of dedication that wins races.
It's more than auto parts. Our professional parts people can offer you the right parts and advice, so you're ready for every turn, straightaway, and moment along the way. We are the sum of our parts. And those parts, they're powered by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Blue.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
See? These dishes are still dirty.
You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, my go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double the Dawn, breaking down food residue. Even on your filter. Cascade.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built it." KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
If you want the real deal, you should switch to Tide. Really? Stuff over there. It's so watered down. Tide cleans the stuff that others miss. Clothes look cleaner, not dingy. They smell great too.
Excuse me.
Can we help you?
I'll take Tide.
It's got to be Tide. Boosted.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salts, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini it?
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Ready for the final stage at Phoenix in the GovX 200 on CW. Jesse Love getting it done. Great job on pit road for Taylor Gray. Quapple and Cruz.
So now we're completely under the lights now.
You know, the big loser there, and we saw a bobble on the stop for Justin.
Pretty much all the way dark.
21st after finishing 4th at stage 2. So a number of different drivers that will have to manage some challenges here in this final stage. Let's watch Allgaier.
Yeah, watch issue on the right.
So that was a little under a 17-minute green flag run.
Like
or sorry,
a
a little under a 19-minute green. No, it was 17. A little under a 17-minute green flag run. Yeah.
Yeah, the jack came down, didn't have it high enough basically. Then they're making their adjustment right there. So just 2 or 3 small things that went wrong, and it ended up costing him huge track position at a key moment.
Sam Mayer had a nice stop. He's worked his way into the top 10 prior to the choose for our final stage.
Be interested to see what the 41 to Sam Mayer has, getting the restart up front with these guys. Haven't really got to see what that car's capable of, and everybody gets another swing at it again. The sun is.
That's what shit will start to
we feel like most of the
heat up too. Yeah, the sun's gone down, but intensity is only heating up.
This place changes a ton as the sun sets. You know, it gets way colder out here. The desert basically loses a lot of that hot air. So you're looking at me. I'm not going to do my science of why that works, Jamie, but why that happens. But nonetheless, this track changes a ton. The temperature changes, and so.
And if there's no more cautions,
swings, and then on the flip side, sometimes this
they will have to pit under green.
In a lot of respects, if you don't.
I would assume they would just pit with like around 50 to go.
All right, time for the choose.
Most of the guys.
Be right at the halfway point as we get ready for the final stage. And the choose brought to you by Freeway Insurance.
Getting the
more
choose.
ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way.
We're at 100 laps to go right now. So this is the halfway mark.
You know,
Gonna go back green with 99 to go.
Because you want control here. And, you know, being out front, owning the choose on the front row, just a really good situation. Who's been in control of this race, and we got to report a little bit of an adjustment there as they go to the final stage of the night.
And I think something that Jamie referenced
Taylor Gray
is showing up
on the front row. Jesse Love, the leader. Then got Brent Cruz and Carson Quapple. Sheldon's in row 3 with William Byron.
Using a row just because it does 2 things. One, if you can get hooked up down there, but then secondly, when you have that exit plan to the inside of that dog leg, it just gives you so many
pace cars off.
On the outside, you can get great momentum, but being to the inside, it feels like you can almost control your destiny a little bit more by using more of the inside of the racetrack and trying to just, you know, shortcut the track and slide up into the position you want to be in. Well, and if you're Jesse Love, it worked for you last time. Why change it up now? You got last time was actually clear those guys, and man, Adam, when he can get up front, he can manage those rear tires a little bit. We heard Allgaier reference that, a few of the other guys. See if he can get another good launch. Here we go. Ready for the
going back green.
Leaders coming through the
green flag's back in the air. Stage 3 is underway. 99 laps to go.
Not a great start. Look at all the sparks flying over. I love it. So cool. You know there's going to be some great photos from that. 4 wide, Jeff Burton on the bottom down there. Make it 5 wide.
Damn.
Unbelievable. It's so tight there on the 2. 7 car, Allgaier for that really bad stop. You see.
Yeah, Allgaier's caught way back there. That was my win pick.
Into turn 3.
Don't know if that's going to happen now.
There in the middle of that 32. You know, remember he's in the 88 and the 32 this year.
Saw Sam Mayer hanging to the outside of William Byron. Corey Day trying to come back after he slid through his pit box there earlier in the race.
Sammy Smith, bottom right here. Brent Cruz in the middle. William Swash, this gets a little bit tight. It's a really tough place for Brent Cruz to be. You go off that corner in the middle, 3 wide. It's tough for the outside guy to know sort of the lane and how low he can go. Not sorted out well. Yeah, not just 3 wide, Parker, but teammate on your outside. Yeah. Last guy that you want to get into is you see the 18 drive it in, roll back up on the outside of Brent Cruz. Is going to have that momentum on the outside. Brent struggled on that last restart. Couldn't get going for the first lap or two. Looked like he was really struggling with rear grip. But that car came to him as the run went on, and he was really quick at the end of the run.
And you know, William Swalich didn't have a good qualifying run. Starts outside the top 10, but he was able to make up some ground on pit road, and that cyclist stops at the end of stage 1. He's in the top 10 now, and trying to make it back-to-back top 10s. They had a tremendous comeback last Saturday in Circuit of the Americas. He's 7th right now.
He did. There was a struggle at the start of the race. We were paying attention. He was down 15th, 16th, 17th early in the race, but they clearly made the right adjustments. And I think you referenced it. Sometimes the track just comes to you. See Daniel Dye right there. Blaine Perkins might be sending a slight message because we've connected it. You look at the wheel. We're not releasing it.
Daniel Dye full-time in the Truck Series, driving a second car for AM Racing. Blaine Perkins had that top 10 finish to start the year at Daytona. Wasn't bad last week at COTA when he drove on his 26th birthday.
Track is getting really fast. Most of these guys in the front have just run their fastest lap of the race. We talked about it, the grip's going up. Brand new set of tires on the car. Everybody knows how important it is right now to get that position.
And, you know, stage 1, stage 2, plenty of fuel to go all the way through the end of the stage. But you will have to make a pit stop in this final stage. Once we get right around lap 115, 120, 80, 85 to go is when you're in the window. Caution comes out then. You'll be pit in contact. Young teammates, Cruz and
Man, Brent Cruz and Swalich racing hard there. Those are teammates. Let Sammy Smith get through there too.
Frustrated with the 18 in the last lap, down to 3 or 4. The 18 slid up, kind of got in his line.
Night racing indeed.
Competitive drivers wanting to get to the front. I think Brent knew how good he was that last run. It's like, can't give up this position right now. And this specific racetrack, for every reason, it can be really annoying when someone sort of hurts your momentum because you can lose a couple positions in the way you come off these corners at such a slow speed and then have to do these long straightaways. When they hurt your momentum, it just feels like it's killed your race in some respects, and you can get very frustrated. It's a nice donut there. Hopefully the tire doesn't get cut down or anything like that. Sammy Smith was completely fine with it. He was like going at it. He cut the bottom leg. Got the 2-for-1 right there.
Another thought here, though, you know, if you're Brent Cruz, 17, can't run all the races until he turns 18, right? And so
51 and 20 car looks similar.
They are already behind the 8 ball when it comes to trying to make the chase run for the championship. No margin for error when it comes to that group. Let's get an update on his teammate, William Swalich, 18 down to Dillon.
Yeah, we'll make this
Is Almirola still doing any of the O'Reilly races? Or is that just last year deal?
Earlier today, he was pretty honest. He said we weren't very good in practice. We tried some things, still didn't really work like we wanted it to. So they've kind of reverted back to what generally has worked in the past. And I think there were some bright spots in that early, but now as you see, he's a bit under fire here. The one thing about Swalich at this racetrack, and Mendering echoed this, he said speed is never really an issue here. We've just got to get him a car that he's comfortable with. You remember he qualified on the pole here a couple of years ago, so they're still working on it, and still plenty of time with 90 laps to go, but Swalich has at least done a good job to hang inside the top 10 for now.
In Mendering, a great crew chief here. He's won 3 times with 3 different drivers. Inside of 90 laps to go. Taylor Gray, great pit stop, came off in second. It was the fastest stop of the year, but Carson Waffle back on track here. The one up to P2.
Kim mentioned he wanted to make that car turn in the paint. You saw it right there, getting down in the paint of 3 and 4. There's a lot of grip down there, and it can help your car rotate if you use it correctly. Carson Quapple just did that right there.
Sheldon Creed turning it on late, trying to get up inside the top 3, racing Taylor Gray for that spot. We look at our Mobile One leaderboard as we head to break. Jesse Love is leading. Quapple is second. Creed, Gray, and Mayer the top 5.
So good gross.
Jesse, remember Danny?
Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
So 87 laps to go. We are fully engulfed in night racing. Nighttime. It's completely dark there now.
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair cut. Yep, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass. If you want. They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants. That one doesn't rhyme.
Because race been pretty clean and green still. Only 2 cautions have been the stage cautions.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot. Hey, you know I played in high school? Really? Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hot. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Christopher David Bell. He's 4 years old.
Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
Every mile matters. Where will your journey take you? Closing on 80 laps remaining for the O'Reilly Auto
Easy to
Parts
go
Series.
here.
We're live in Avondale, Arizona on CW, Phoenix Raceway, and race number 4 on the campaign. Man that won the championship a year ago. Jesse Love has been outstanding.
82 to go.
19 points tonight in the stages and closing on 100 laps led in this race.
He's been spectacular.
I would say yes. I feel good about it. And it's time to go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up. On board, Harrison Burton is our Toyota onboard camera, and a couple of Toyotas going at it here. 19 is Brent Cruz, Taylor Gray in the 54, and that 54 after that unbelievable pit stop that got them to second, has really retreated here once we return to the green flag.
Yeah, we know he won the pole, has obviously a short run car, but it just seems like on the long run can't quite keep up the pace. Not sure if he's hurt the right front or the rears in that 54, but historically here it's one or the other that you're just abusing too much and it just compounds as you run laps at this place, and there's not a lot you can do inside that race car to help it. There's a bit of brake bias adjustments you can do, change your line.
My boy Sheldon running in third. Love to see it.
It's just going to simply get worse.
My win pick, Justin Allgaier, is in 10th right now.
We talked about missed opportunities in the first 3 races of the year. You know, Jeremy Clement, someone maybe that fits that category, kind of like Jeb Burton. But the 51 has been strong tonight. And now you flash back to the front and just can't say enough about the night that Carson Kvapil has put together. Did not finish in the top 10 here last year. But I'm telling you, final stage, Rodney Childers has him teed up. And here he is, right at the front and closing on Jesse Love.
I don't know what kind of magic Rodney has that he feels for this place, but obviously he's put it into that one car because over the last 10 or so laps, he is consistently cut into that lead that Jesse Love has. And lap after lap, it's just a little bit faster, sometimes a lot faster than the two Jesse Love. And seem to be running similar lines as they change a little bit there, but definitely similar lines over the last few laps. Just simply faster. Let's take a listen to his radio.
There you go, buddy. He can't run the bottom in 3 and 4, so when you get close, you're going to be able to drive right by him down here. Keep hitting your marks, nothing out back.
And we've heard that. You know, that's one of the things that Jesse Love was working on earlier in the race when he vaulted out to a pretty big lead. He told Danny Stockman, I want to work on basically having a lower exit out of 4. Hasn't quite been able to figure that out. And earlier in the race, it's funny, Jamie, Jesse was sort of had a higher entry speed than when he caught Taylor Gray earlier in the race. Used that to pass him, but maybe as we get later, that's just not quite working. Maybe he has to back it up or find something different down here at 3 and 4. And you can see how he exits so high.
Oh, the flies in the fucking lights.
That's what Jesse wants to find.
Patrick Starpoli's on pit road.
Patrick Starpoli on the pit lane. It worked his way to 14th in the running order. We talk about the fact that everyone's going to have to make a pit stop, but it would be a long time before you would come under green. So an unscheduled stop there for the driver that has been so impressive in the first few weeks this year, running full-time for the first time in his career.
And really, this becomes sort of a game of chicken a little bit. You don't want to be too early because this is basically your last set of tires, but you don't want to get caught out if you do eventually come down pit lane by having a caution. So some of these leaders are definitely going to push it longer. Historically, that's what you would do, is push it longer into this run just to ensure that you possibly don't have that problem where you get on pit road and suddenly there's a caution.
I think based on what I heard in the garage, you at least get to 50 to go before you start thinking about making a green flag pit stop. We'll see if there's any movement when we come back. 72 remaining. Love, Kvapil, Creed, Mayer, Byron.
Everyone drop a like on the stream. Appreciate you guys being here.
Turn left, Tyler. Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you. Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto parts.
Okay, the plumber's fixing that burst pipe. Should be all set. Good thing you're protected 24/7 with your home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right caption to post about this.
Maybe something like, I have protection, just need a lifeguard.
What about that emoji with a shocked face?
Or maybe flooded with emotion.
That's too much. Try Tuesdays are cray.
You know, technically, you don't have to post everything that happens online.
Or what, Jaden?
Believe me, life is meaningless without affirmation, am I right?
Love your plugins but wish you had more scent control? Meet the Febreze Plex Scent Booster. Enjoy the same 50 days of continuous scent as Febreze Plex.
Exactly, yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Either drop a like or a dislike and a hate comment telling me exactly what I did wrong. That's a, Jaden, you're a real one.
Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting with
That's a real one right there,
Jaden.
Jaden.
Prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace
You know.
the rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Look at this. Endless big butterfly shrimp for
Real
us,
ones
endless
now,
steak
yep.
for them.
Oh, did you know that buffet is French for happy wallet?
I take German.
Well, amigo, you just got schooled in buffetonomics. Yodelay.
New Game Plus has no business making Grace's dish towel smell this good. Especially after that. Our greatest scent ever. New Game Plus with Oxy.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Side by side on CW always delivers. So do these two young drivers at the front. Jesse Love trying to hang on to the lead, but Carson Quapple putting on the full court press.
Well, the lap cars have hurt the two more than did the one. The one was already running in dirty air as Jesse Love would catch those lap cars. He's been reporting that he's too tight. His lap car is just making it even worse, but the discipline of the one car right now on the bottom to not want to drive in there and move the two car up the racetrack is really good. He's definitely got the better car, but Jesse is doing an exceptional job of keeping him pinched down a little bit on entry. I think you're later in the race, you see a different battle right here, but Carson just being super disciplined across the bottom. He's finally used the pick right here of LeVar Scott. Gonna get by. You can see where Jesse was tight there. He went up the racetrack in the center. Now it's getting real tight with LeVar Scott on the outside. Jesse's trying to force it through the middle right here. LeVar Scott gives him a little bit of that's tight. All right, it starts over. We see what we can do with the next lap car.
Love understands the importance of control.
Yeah, you don't want to give it up here. That was really tight. And Carson is playing with mittens here. In a lot of respects, giving plenty of room to Jesse. But these two are going to have to pay attention because the Haas factory team of Creed and Mayer are slowly catching these guys, with them running side by side. It's hurt their lap times 3 or 4 tenths a lap. Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer are making up a lot of time right now. We're going to have a four-car race before too long. And if this goes for another lap, the team members on the one car are going to be telling Carson, let's go, time to go, you're faster. See if he clears them here. He does. Off the two. Did Jesse fight back to the inside?
Good crossover. Jesse down to the inside.
Well, we saw the same thing earlier in the race. As soon as Sammy Smith was able to get by Jesse Love, he corrected and found some speed. Let's see if he can put the Carson on. That's so frustrating for the one car. Crossover once again through the shortcut, the dog leg.
There were like 7 times. I had the Quapple car out front, and he just couldn't finish it off. Love has been so tenacious on the outside. The crossover moved to the inside. They continue side by side for the top spot.
This is great racing amongst these two. Well, it's awesome for us to watch, but it's frustrating as can be for Carson being on the inside. Jesse's just doing an awesome job. Finally has him clear. If you're the one car now, you just want to run whatever line you think Jesse Love needs. Try to give him some dirty airs. They're going to have another lap car right here in front. You see Jesse Love roll to the outside, but the one car is so good at cutting the center of the corner, exiting low, getting a good drive on exit. You see the two can't even get any momentum build up running that higher line. Felt like Jesse was just delaying the inevitable there for a little bit, as the one just looks so good. You mentioned right there, that rotation through the center, and just has such a straight drive off. Look at him start to vault away. That one car is hooked up right now. Well, if you're Carson Quapple, you want to get as big a lead as you can, because if we do have a green flag pit stop, it buys you a little bit of a mulligan, getting on pit road, a little bit for your pit crew. You don't have to push the pit road speed to the max. Can't get a penalty late in the race.
You look at Jesse Love, dominates the race. He's led 112 laps tonight. But here we are, close to the fourth quarter of the event, and it's Carson Quapple who's taken over, looking for his first career victory.
And Carson, once he got out front, 4 tenths quicker than what Jesse Love was able to run that last lap. car. Incredible amount of speed on the long run. He's picked the best time of the day to have the best car.
Talk about coming to play. Jeremy Clements has just absolutely turned it up. And racing William Byron, who's a series champion, a Cup regular. He's been here racing for a title in NASCAR's Premier Series last few years. And it's Clements going to the inside, trying to get by the 88 for the final spot inside the top 5.
I think this is a good indication. We talk about how, that is tight. How good the Haas factory cars. We're looking right now at Creed and Mayer in 3rd and 4th. This is an HFT Alliance car for Jeremy Clements. So obviously, Haas factory team has a great setup here.
Talk about the importance of being in control of the race. We don't see it often in Phoenix. Could get some green flag pit stops as Brent Cruz goes after the 88 of William Byron. It's Quapple in front of Love, Creed, Mayer, and Clements. It's the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Got 57 laps to go.
NASCAR Powerball. The chase to 1 million is on.
Finalists, are you ready?
Don't miss your chance to collect cash prizes on your way to an all-new destination where you could take home $1 million.
Insane! The winner is contestant number 2!
I can't believe it.
The official lottery game of NASCAR is back for the chase. Powerball. The chase to 1 million starts now.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? Add a lobster tail and you're pushing $50.
Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling.
It's actually fire.
What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireball.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oh my God, shaking!
Whatnot is an app where you can buy and sell all sorts of collectibles.
You need to get on there because you never know what you're gonna find.
Let's feature one we are live. Here we go.
Oh my god! Oh, bro! The cheapest Louis Vuitton ever sold.
I'm so glad I'm adding this Funko Pops to my collection. This was a success.
When you're on Whatnot, it's too much fun.
Folks, I've seen a thing or two. But these prescription prices? Pricey. Higher than a rooster on stilts. Ain't that right, Dusty Pete?
Reckon it's time we rope them in.
Good old Rex makes saving time and money easier than splitting a biscuit. Paper's looking mighty big for its britches there, Poppy.
Save time and money on prescriptions. Check GoodRx.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Booty.
It's like you're talking my love language.
I've been taking word classes online.
How?
Only pay for what you need.
Back in Phoenix, we give you our golden moment, brought to you by Golden Corral. Great battle for the race lead. Jesse Love owned it over the long haul. Carson Quapple dug in, went after him, and what a show they put on.
6 laps side-by-side racing for the lead, but eventually the one car of Carson Quapple would prevail over the 2 of Jesse Love, who's dominated most of this race, but now when it matters most, the one has come to the forefront here. It's vaulted away from the field, almost a 3-second lead over Sheldon Creed in second. You got to think that Love's going to start the trend. Did you see Swalch? He's already on pit road, but Jesse Love, if they want to win this race, if it goes caution-free,
Swalch on pit road.
a couple laps shorter than Quapple.
Guessing scheduled green flag pit stop here. Car's not where you want it. You come on the early side, get the good out of the tires, basically splitting this final stage in half. Brennan Poole, top 10 last week, is on the pit lane. So is Sheldon Creed, who had made his way into the top 5. Winner at Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. Here's Kim Kuhn.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed pitting from that second position. Phoenix has been a great place for him. 7 top 10s at this track, which is the
Sheldon Creed. Great night going for Jeremy Clements. He was in the top 5. He's going to make a scheduled stop. So will William Byron. Here's Dylan.
William Byron's pitting.
Yeah, they've just been okay tonight. Still trying to find a good, happy balance.
So yeah, pit stops are underway here. 48 laps to go.
Lacking the drive off that they had on the previous run. Wrench in the back window. 4 tires and fuel for the 88. Kim.
For the 51 of Jeremy Clements, the fruits of their labor that
Clements pitting.
finally showing up as we're on the first what we call real oval of the season. But Jeremy, pretty happy with that race car. And he said the last adjustment helped. He's still just a little bit loose off, so just a minor air pressure adjustment, Dylan.
And Cruz is in as well. They've been working on the balance throughout the night as well. The most consistent complaint has been tight with no lateral grip. That's something they've battled in practice. You see some flames shoot out the headers there. Have to go back and do the right rear and get it tight. Maybe a little slower stop here as they go around the left side for Cruz. Tape on the grill and they'll send him away, Kim.
As you see Carson Quapple in that one.
Carson Quapple's pitting from the lead.
15 laps in that run.
Jesse Love's pitting also.
They told him you're doing great, buddy. Just keep grinding that paint. Most recent update, he said, just a little tight center here, not bad. I'm slipping the rear, so we will look for at least an air pressure adjustment as we'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Sunoco fuel on that Carson Quapple one machine.
Saw Jesse Love also making his scheduled green flag pit stop. And this is the last set of sticker tires all of these teams have in their pit stop. So should there be a caution, you could come back. But the question would become, what do you have for tires? You just have to put on some scuffs. Sam Mayer
Raja's leading at the moment.
off the pit lane.
Yeah, the 00 Sheldon Creed was first at pit road there. Was about 3 seconds back, but gets to the lead here as we go through this cycle ahead of Carson Quapple. Fair margin right there, so did a great job getting on pit road, getting off, and then using those newer tires.
Yeah, so Sheldon pitted. It looks like he's in the lead. Or he will have the lead.
We had the second half to lap time fall off, and Creed was only about a second and a half back, and it cycled him to the front. I love the call to get out front. There's such an advantage, new versus old, but now it's only going to be a 2 or 3 lap difference. We'll see if the one car has the speed to get back to the front. The 00 was quick. We pointed that out at the end. All the Haas factory cars had really good speed.
Nick Sanchez has a pass-through penalty on pit road. He was speeding.
Surprised no one else tried to short pit on the one car. It seemed like everyone around him, they all pitted on the same lap, with the exception of Creed.
Great call by Jonathan Toney on the pit box. JT putting them in position. And now Sheldon Creed in control in front of Quapple and Mayer.
Let's go.
There are a handful of drivers inside the top 10 that are yet to make their green flag pit stop. Blaine Perkins needs to come. Chandler Smith, Joey Gase. Once they pit, cycle
My boy Sheldon's out front.
drivers that was there before everyone was coming under green as we head toward 40 laps.
He can make it to the end.
Now, if you're Carson Quapple, you're going to have to. You lost here through the cycle and hope maybe just a couple more laps of tires as we go through this run can give you that little advantage on the backside of the run. Use what
I'm having a National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for Cortland County. Well, that's not my county.
42 to go. But as you mentioned, I think that Sheldon Creed, that 00, was pretty quick at the end of that run, right, to get the green flag pit stops.
A bit of irony here, too, because Creed got his first career victory a couple of weeks ago. Quapple chasing his tonight. They're trading spots out front as we go through the cycle of stops.
42 laps to go here. Still been a pretty clean and green race. The only 2 cautions are worthy stage cautions.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
Any way you want it. It's the way you need it. Any way you want
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped? Yeah, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want.
They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Thought they were cooling off on the sideline? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. It's so hard. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
All right, Big Me. This is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new...
Sheldon's leading, but Carson Quapple is
America's most
closing.
reliable 5G network.
It's closing in.
Ooh. Straightforward prices.
And no potholes.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. Official partner of NASCAR.
Chasing Aldean, Songs About Us Tour 2026, powered by Patriot Mobile. With Chase Matthew and Mackenzie Carpenter.
Oh, trouble. Around goes the 45. Caution.
Inside of 40 laps to go, and we get our first caution of the night for an incident on track.
The 45's around. LeVar Scott.
Slide, and that happens as we were just about ready to have a battle for the race lead. Creed out in front of Quapple, but the one was moving quickly.
So it was a little under a 32-minute green flag run there.
Maybe this is kind of what you wanted to see.
I think it's his only shot.
It was bleeding quickly right there, losing a ton of time. Carson made up almost 3/10 in one set of corners. So maybe a chance just to reset here.
Hopefully get the tires cooled down just a little bit and hope that it wasn't necessarily that Carson was that fast. Creed was just going slow that run. It looked to me like the balance got really loose. I saw him slide a few times through turns 1 and 2, and Carson just steady Eddie there, motoring him down quick.
Yep, first real caution of the night.
What a night he's had. Look at that. Third, first stage, second stage 2, running second now. I mean, huge points night right now for the one team.
And if you think back to last year, as we look at LeVar Scott getting to pit road, you know, there was a lot of conversation if he was going to be back in the O'Reilly Series, made the Championship 4. As we take a look back at this, that's Anthony Alfredo on the inside of the 96. And just, well, wasn't clear. There's a car there.
Free pass here going to go to Raja Caruth, driving the 32 this week for Jordan Anderson, and he's back in the 20th spot. So we'll have 20 cars on the lead lap.
Sending a bit of a message, possibly a little frustrated with going by LeVar Scott there.
You know, you were talking about Quapple and how good he's been tonight and how consistent. And he's been great at getting stage points all season long in every race. But how about the fact that coming into tonight, he had run exactly 6 laps inside the top 5 in his Phoenix career. And the statement that team has made this evening and going to be in great position to go after that first career win.
Well, what I was saying is that, you know, making the Championship 4 was big to get this opportunity again this year. They've pieced together with him driving the 91, this one, the 9 car next week.
Decided to come to your live stream and chat. You made a good decision. I appreciate that.
Understanding the ins and outs of NASCAR.
How you doing, nice NASCAR fan? 818.
What a career night this could be, and to win, you know, if he can go to victory lane to win early in a season and just to put that away and to get that monkey off his back, solidify why he's here, why he has this opportunity, that'll be massive.
There's really no one in the series with more pressure on him than that guy right there, based on what happened last year, and he came so close to getting to victory lane, but a lot of pressure on him to perform. And you're right, Parker, if he can get to victory lane, it will just, the world will be lifted off his shoulders the rest of the season. Sheldon Creed leading. Let's get 00 Team Radio presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now.
How you feel? First time I've been free all night. I think this caution's going to help me though.
Do you think it's the best paint scheme in 2026 so far? Man, it's not been a long year. I really haven't had any that's like really stood out. I did like the Kyle Busch one, the Daytona 500 one, that he got the pole. But
I love that optimism.
also, what he was sponsoring sounds disgusting. Fucking jalapeno zones, like nicotine things.
Creed talk about Andy Houston, Jonathan Tony. He said, just hearing them on the radio cracks me up and energizes me, the accent and the way they do business. And so it's a team that's got just a tremendous relationship, a lot of chemistry there. What's going on, Kim?
I'm down here with 2003
Jalapeno
Truck
line.
Series
Yeah, that sounds
champion
fucking
and
disgusting.
Carson Quapple's biggest fan, his dad, Travis Quapple. So, what do you like that you've seen?
There's
on the
Travis
racetrack
Quapple.
here this evening?
Just really doing
Travis Quapple, fun fact, Travis Quapple was the first NASCAR driver I ever met.
He needs to work for him, make the right adjustments.
2003 Truck Series champion.
I feel like this is long overdue, you know, but hopefully they can, still got a long ways to go. Restarts are crazy, but hopefully they can get it done. Hopefully tonight's his night.
Okay, that seems a little bit like Coach Quapple, so let's get the dad Quapple view. Carson's going to restart in the second position. How nervous are you for him to possibly get his first career win?
My hands are shaking a little bit. He's been in these positions a lot, you know, and maybe not quite at this level, but late model racing and things like that. So I know he can get the job done. It's time to, you know, everything's, we got what you got. Everybody's got what tires they got. So, man, I'm nervous, but
Yeah, I met him back in 2013
yeah, no,
in New Hampshire.
Think back to Dover. Remember that when Carson was in a position to win a couple years ago, and Travis, not on the pit box, was standing down on the horse track watching, being a dad. It's so much fun to watch your kid go out and do well, and I can't imagine how nervous he is. Well, you know, we're watching Carter. That's right. Yeah, earlier today. Yeah, different level. That's right. It's a good run. But, you know, Travis has been on all sides of it. And Kim referenced the championship in the Truck Series. He raced at every level of NASCAR.
Yeah, Travis Quapple signed my phone case,
He was on the
but then Chester ate my phone case.
Carson's younger brother.
I was like, what the fuck?
When he won a Cars Tour event. So he understands being a racing dad, and sometimes
It's all
he's in the
Chester's
heat of
fault.
competition, and sometimes he's just got the nerves that comes with being a parent and watching your kid compete. I can't imagine. I'm trying to put one through racing. I can't imagine trying to put two through it. I mean, kudos to you, Travis. That's exactly right. It's cool, though, to see him up on the pit box. You know that as a dad, you know you want to micromanage that whole situation, but you can't. You just got to sit up there and let him do what he knows. Gonna get the choose, and the choose rule brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to say.
How do you think of Jim Pullman? Kyle Busch crew chief, how do you think it's going?
One thing that we heard Jonathan Tony mention.
No, Jim Pullman's a good crew chief.
Sheldon said
So,
lose, and he's like,
it's proof that,
we got a cycle on the tires. They almost always fire off
Yeah.
tire on scuffs versus stickers.
RCR just really sucks.
Kind of was being sarcastic,
That's what it
but I
says.
like
That's
his
what it says.
optimism, But he's right.
Because
I
Jim
think
Pullman's a
there's
good crew
chance
chief.
here that Sheldon could fire off well, and it's about getting a good restart. And if you look at who's lined up behind him, Jesse Love, he's going to be extremely aggressive right here. So Carson's going to trying to put this together. Interesting that Sam Mayer chose the outside there instead of going behind his teammate. You know, you think about the 15 runner-up finishes that Sheldon Creed had before that win 2 weeks ago, and the pressure
Alright,
that
pace
would
car's
be
coming
on
off.
him in these situations to finish the deal. Now he's got a win under his belt. Just let it rip, right?
Got Carson Quapple and Sheldon Creed on the front row. Gonna be 29 laps to go when they go back green.
For the guy on the outside there, if he was able to get this done here tonight, but I felt this would be the situation for Sheldon Creed, getting that first win, finally getting into victory lane, can open up the taps for him because he's so good at so many different racetracks. We're seeing that here tonight. The land of opportunity for Carson Quapple, going for career win number 1.
Green flag's back in the air. 29 laps to go. And Carson Quapple immediately takes the lead. 3 wide. Come on, Sheldon. Come on, Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon. Let's go. Oh, shit. Here comes Sam Mayer.
To the front first and second, both Creed and Mayer. Jesse Love is right there. And right behind him, Jeremy Clements, who continues inside the top 5. Teammates side by side. Really did.
Come on, Sheldon.
Carson Quapple there on that
Fuck.
restart. He just sort of got blocked on the top side. Sam Mayer
Sam Mayer. Come on, Sheldon.
By his teammate Creed.
Side by side still.
We saw this earlier with Jesse Love in the race. That outside, you kind of pitch the guy down a little bit on entry.
Come on, Sheldon.
Open that up. So you see Jesse
Here comes Jesse Love.
To the outside, doesn't like being on the bottom of the track right there. Sam Mayer side drafting his teammate. They're side by side into one. How brave are you down in here? Well, if you're
Come on, Sheldon.
in there just a little bit deeper, make sure you stay side by side, both of those guys.
Oh, trouble! Caution. William Sawalish.
Gibbs Racing involved. 18 is William Sawalish. 20 Brandon Jones. 31 here Blaine Perkins.
Blaine Perkins.
Caution number 4. And the second time we put the yellow in the air for an incident in this final stage.
So that was a minute and 19-second green flag run, about.
When he got involved.
That was intense racing there, too. Sam Mayer has the lead. So fluid has been dropped on the track. William Sawalish is driving away.
Came to that nose, doesn't know if maybe he's leaking. If he is, NASCAR's going to want him to just stop, not continue rolling. See all that smoke coming out. Smart choice there.
Yeah.
Don't want to oil down the track, make this cleanup longer than it has to be. See, they run it on the back of the car as he drove down, but might have lost oil pressure. Yeah. Point doing more damage to the engine than what it already has. Your day's done at this point in the race with the amount of damage that he has.
So unfortunate for this race team who didn't
William
qualify
Sawalish
great.
had a lot of damage. He'll be done for the night.
To salvage a
28
decent
laps to
finish.
go.
So here we are going through the dog leg. You see Brandon Jones side by side with Ryan Sieg, the 39. Down into one. Sammy Smith's down there. Oh, it's kind of what we saw
Brandon Jones just got
earlier.
around.
Yeah, it's so tough
Bam.
to spotter.
Man.
Brandon, I don't think he fully knew the 8 was there. Well, you're worried about the guy on the outside, not necessarily the one on your left rear. And it takes zero. It takes just minimal contact right here. You're already vulnerable, loose. Yeah, I just don't think that Brandon knew that Sammy Smith was to his inside. Oh, gets his teammate Taylor Gray.
Yeah, we
Hit all
referenced
three hands.
three
Yeah,
JVR
that was an
cars.
expensive wreck for Joe Gibbs Racing.
And unfortunately, not the first time this year we've seen it. You go back to Daytona, had 4 DNFs. I mean, they have had a rough ride at times so far this season.
And it's not only for the spotters, that situation with that dog leg and how it can get so much racing space. It's disorienting for the drivers as well because you don't have a good visual of where the lanes are, right? There's so much space out there that as you just back into the corner, into turn 1, you're kind of always guessing a little bit. And I think in that situation, Brandon obviously was committed to going to the bottom. The 8 was right there when he got there. You see a view of the spotters and just, their angle is basically turn 4 down to turn 1. They're a little offset from that, but it's really hard. You see right here coming off of turn 4, it's honestly it's a terrible place to put the spotter stand. It's always been that way, and the spotters will tell you on the pace laps, like, look, you're kind of on your own getting into turn 1. That's basically the perspective that they have, and so not only is it a long ways away, but as you look at that angle, things happen quick right there, and the drivers almost have to spot for themselves in those positions. They can't zoom in as well as our camera just did. Right. That was a beautiful zoom.
And that's a nice transition, too. We have got the best men and women behind the scenes. And you think about the magnitude of this weekend from a motorsports perspective, IndyCar racing here this weekend at Phoenix with NASCAR. But this day began, on air at 10 o'clock local time. We had Cup qualifying. Then you have the IndyCar race. And now the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series takes over. And our folks behind the scenes just doing an unbelievable job all day long. And we salute each and every one of you because as you sit at home in your living room and you watch and you enjoy all the coverage, there's a lot that goes into that. And our crew was here early this morning, and they'll wrap things up late tomorrow night when the Cup race is done. And coming west, a challenge for everybody as well. So we say a special thanks.
Hey,
Drano takes
Takes a bow. How about it? And it's so cool this weekend. You mentioned IndyCar here, too, the biggest motorsports in America. NASCAR and IndyCar coming together. The crowd here today was awesome. It was so much fun getting to interact with all the IndyCar drivers.
Would you prefer Andy Street, Austin Hills crew chief, or Jim Pullman? Probably Jim Pullman.
On-track action. The IndyCars yesterday were on track at like 8 a.m. yesterday
he's a
morning.
champion.
And we were off there by, 8 o'clock at night with qualifying here for the O'Reilly Series. So a very long weekend for everyone involved, but really cool.
Busy Friday, busy Saturday, and the Cup race still to come tomorrow. These are the drivers involved in the crash, 7 of them.
So Sammy Smith, William Walsh, Brandon Jones, Dean Thompson, Blaine Perkins, Taylor Gray, and William Byron.
Got a piece as well. Blaine
Byron's back at 12.
Receiving damage in the 31. Sam Mayer is leading. His teammate Sheldon Creed is second. Restart closing on the end in Phoenix when we return on CW.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We're here to give them a brighter future. Our programs and services help warriors access VA benefits, improve mental and physical health, and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough, the communications satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have shrunk to a point.
My name is Diana Perazzo. I chose SNHU's online program specifically because of flexibility. They made it possible. I have been a professional wrestler for 12 years. A lot of times I was ringside writing papers and getting journals done. You're going to get the same time and respect as an in-person student. I didn't need to be anywhere to register. I didn't need to talk to anyone in person. Everything could be done through my laptop, and they made that process seamless. I made it to the finish line, and you can too. Get started at snhu.edu.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by GovX. Savings for those who serve. Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. A night he'll never forget. Jesse Love in position to make it 2 in a row in Phoenix. He's had an outstanding evening here in the desert as he tries to collect win number 1 in 2026. The fastest growing cable news network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com.
I've got bad news for the field.
And that is?
Sam Mayer is your leader right now. And if you look back at his history, starting in 2024, when this man right here would have a bad practice and a bad qualifying, he often found himself in victory lane. If you look at Iowa 2024, Texas 2024, Iowa last year, after his bad practice, he texted me this morning and said, just watch.
Did he call a shot?
He said, it's happening again. And sure enough, this guy, 21 to go, is in the lead after qualifying or practicing outside the top 30. They had all those power steering issues, got very few actual laps. Didn't know what he had in qualifying. They changed everything, the power system of this car, and now he's in the lead.
Well, his teammate has won this year, and he wants to join him. And we kind of saw a glimpse of that on that last restart. The restarts here are awesome. Here it is once again.
You gotta think Carson Quapple wishes he'd have cut the ball back a little bit and opened the door up for Mayer. The shorter distance, a little bit of draft, had some momentum, was able to clear him, and then watch the 41 turn back then underneath Sheldon Creed. Creed still struggling with being loose, trying to get to the throttle on the exit. Sam put himself in a good position here. And yeah, the problem, as we go on board with Sam Mayer here, for Carson Quapple, so he gets this great bump, great launch, but he stays the outside there, as you mentioned, should have protected, and you want it, you have an awkward choice there, because if you stay the outside, you get the momentum on the exit of 2, but if you don't protect the inside, which gives you an awkward angle, you can get trapped on the outside like he did, and now he's back a row, heading into 3, and you're now defending a second row back to the lead. It's just the choices you have to make on these restarts, and that dog-like to the inside offering so much opportunity for those drivers behind you.
Gonna get a restart inside of 20 laps to go. Here's Kim.
Yeah, here with Jonathan Tony, crew chief for Sheldon Creed. The Haas factory team cars running 1-2 with Sam Mayer at the point. So what do you want to see out of your driver, Sheldon Creed, here on this restart?
I know he's going to go for it, just like he always would. It's pretty cool to have these Haas factory cars 1-2, Jason and Snow. The guys down on that 41's done an awesome job, but everybody on this 00 has too. Everybody back in the shop has worked hard to put us in this position, so got 2 bullets in the chamber here. We'll go see what happens.
What has the feedback been late in the race about the car? Is this a race-winning car he has under him?
For sure, I think all night it has been. Didn't have the track position to start the race that we wanted, but Sheldon's doing a good job methodically picking his way up. This pit crew has been lights out all night long getting this track position. They put us in this position, and we got a good man behind the wheel, so we'll go see what happens.
Thanks and good luck. Carla? Yeah, thanks, Kim, here at the medical center now with William Sawalich. Your night is done, obviously running well. Everything initiated kind of in front of you, innocent bystander. What was your take?
Yeah, I mean, just really wrong place, wrong time, as usual. Our sound gear GR Super was all right tonight. We had to work on a lot to get it where it was, so there's a lot of hard work put into where we were at, honestly. So I think it just is what it is, and I think we'll move on to Vegas.
How'd you feel about your run before that?
I thought it was good. I thought we fired off really well on starts and restarts, which is a positive for the team, and we were able to grab positions early, but we would just fall behind in the long run.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Carla. William Byron on pit road. One of those got some damage here in this most recent crash.
Yeah, William got caught there. 18 was coming down the racetrack in the right rear. Tore apart that right rear of the car. Such a crucial part, these race cars, for side force, down force in terms of securing that spoiler.
About 30 seconds here to the Dogwood.
Kyle Larson going to be driving that car next weekend. Some of the Hendrick Motorsports Cup guys come over and get their opportunity.
We're just
Byron's got damage.
Anywhere we can. JB, a little different than Indy cars. That would be the attenuator behind them. We're the bare bond here in the O'Reilly Series.
They were as aggressive there as drivers are on restarts at Phoenix, you know? All right, we're still cleaning this thing up. So
hey, that's cool.
How about it?
I like this.
We'll take a break, get the restart when we return. Mayer, Creed, Love, Quapple, Clements up front in the desert.
How deep do you think? Hard. Keith, what you doing? We think it's a drainage issue. No, I know what they're working on. What are you guys doing? Young homeowners turning into their parents. Love a job site. Yep, reinforced concrete. Here we go. It's an incredible thing.
Hey, fellas, I saw some work getting done at the middle school. Is this related?
I don't know. Just had a question about the wiring inside there. Let's go.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
We'll be back, fellas.
We won't.
Why'd I go to the doctor? When my heart kept skipping a beat, I didn't think much of it. But my girls made me get checked out, and it made such a difference. Turns out, I have AFib, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you notice one or more of these symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did, and my girls are too.
This is no time to wait.
At your next big event, everything needs to feel just right. From the presentation to the products, 4Imprint provides outstanding branded gear, guaranteed to show up sharp and right on time. Visit 4imprint.com.
4Imprint, for certain. The sacred order of the group chat is now in session. Ingrid, report.
Last night was epic.
OMG.
He took Blue Chew.
OMG, dead.
Getting ready for the choose. We'll do that with 16 to go. So we'll get to restart with 15 laps remaining. Teammates out front. Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed. The choose is big, and then the execution.
Getting the choose here.
We'll see what everybody does here.
Austin factory team going to take the front row, and I think if you look at this, anybody in that top 4 is still a player because the leader, Sam Mayer, started 4th on that last restart and was able to get the lead. A lot can happen. We saw the wheel spin from Creed on the inside last time. Sam Mayer is going to have to be conscious of that as well. The restarts here are always chaotic. This was 1 year ago. We had this crazy finish. Alex Bowman looked like he had it sealed up. Here went down to Green. There comes Wilson. I'm sorry, I will take that.
But how about this? Allgaier was in position to win that race. And then we get the caution lane, get overtime, and ultimately he falls to the back portion of the top 5. You know, they had the bad pit stop tonight. Started 17th and all of that.
All right, coming to green. Going to be 15 laps to go, and we go green.
So maybe tonight is the night that Allgaier gets a little redemption and comes from behind and steals one a little bit.
Andy Chu was Kyle's crew chief. He would just tell Kyle to be.
Learned on that last restart where, you know, Sam Mayer got to his inside from the exact position he's in now. Did he learn something? Can he use that to his advantage? What he saw Sam do.
15
All right.
to go. HFT out front.
Back green. 15 laps to go at Phoenix.
They're getting after it at Phoenix.
Really struggling to put the
Come on, Sheldon.
Look at Creed. Is it maybe in the
Yeah, Sheldon, come on.
right here? Can he carry the momentum through 1 and 2 down the backstretch? They're really
There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. There you go. Let's go, Sheldon.
Creed on the point. Mayer trying to get second. Here comes Hall on the inside.
Oh, shit.
Car dancing around. He hangs onto it, and he's a runner-up. Allgaier coming through, making a rally late. He's now third.
Come on, Sheldon.
Prediction might come true. Look at the 7th with Allgaier. You mentioned it from 6th. Finds himself in a great position right here with 14 to go. Into the outside of Jesse Love. I can't believe it. If you're the competition,
F1 race an hour from now.
you want to race in this situation.
Come on, Sheldon.
The shoe is usually on the other foot. Tonight he's trying to come from behind, and he is there as we hit 13 laps remaining.
Oh, man, he got a little guy over the wall. No. Fuck.
Jesse Love's going to be inside of Creed. There goes Love. Creed had a terrible
God damn it.
exit of turn 4. Lost 2 positions.
Jesse back on point after
And now he's losing spots.
a couple of stages. Now he's in control with Allgaier behind him.
He's in
Those
third.
cycles on the tires have not helped Sheldon Creed to what he wanted. He talked about being loose since that green flag pit stop, and honestly has just not been able to hook up that car. That
Still
restart
hanging at third.
really did not work out for Carson Quapple and Sam Mayer when they got together down to 3 and 4. Carson Quapple trying to come back from that right now using the inside. See if he turns down below that yellow line. He does to the apron. Hook up down there. He's been so good down there.
It's Allgaier in love for the win right now. For the lead.
Oh, this is Sheldon Creed getting to the wall. Yeah, he's not quite had the handle on that car.
Oh, look at Allgaier. I mean, he is just dogging Jesse Love.
But if he can get to his outside, that's a very vulnerable position for Jesse to Love to be in. And he gets there right here.
There comes Allgaier.
Down the backstretch.
My win
He's gonna
pick.
be in position to do it.
The comeback kid. Actually, he's 39 years old. The veteran. He's a champ, just like the guy to his left. He's had plenty of issues tonight, but as we hit 10 laps to go,
Allgaier for the lead.
leading again at Phoenix.
And I thought that was so far-fetched when he called it at the start. If it can be Allgaier's night, but look at that, to the front.
And here's the other thing.
Sheldon back to 4th. And now falling back to 5th. Might.
This place has a history of overtime. You want to be in control. If we get in that situation, Allgaier is now Quapple through to 3rd, and it's the teammates Creed and Mayer racing for 4th.
And that was so important for Carson Quapple to clear Sheldon Creed right there. You can see the leaders get single file. Just Allgaier in the lead. If he wants a chance to go after them, he had to get that done right when he did. Let's see if he had some of the speed we saw earlier in this stage in that one car. Big slide out of the back of the 7 car right there through turns 1 and 2. Jesse Love trying to learn like he did earlier in the race when Sammy Smith was able to go by. You look at how deep he drives in the corner. Going to wash up a little bit here in 3 and 4. Trying to stay out of the dirty air of the 7 car.
8 laps to go.
It's not over. The 2 by any means. 2 cars hounded him. Kind of thought that Allgaier might be able to drive away. He's changed his lineup here a little bit. Going to use the apron.
Well, and in some ways, this reminds me of that championship race where Jesse Love would be teased with the advantage and have it taken away. But every time he responded,
Here comes Jesse Love.
outside of the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
He's not done.
To warn Allgaier right here what's happening. The 2-car driving it so deep, and that's one of the things he said he learned last year coming to this race was a really hard entry into turn 3, and he's still able to get the car turned. And Carson Kvapil's rooting for Jesse Love to get beside that 7 right now. Didn't want to see him fall back like this. It's his best chance to not let Justin Allgaier get away here as the laps tick away.
And what did we say about late cautions in this place? 3 wide back here.
Ooh, man.
Sammy Smith in the left rear there of Jeremy Clements.
All those drivers inside the top 10. And look who's right there behind him. 32, Raja Karuth was a lap down, got the free pass. Trying to get a top 10, driving that 32 for Jordan Anderson. And that 32 has been top 10 every week so far this year.
Allgaier's been able to put together a couple of good sets of corners. Has a little bit of a cushion now into 2. You see Jesse Love drives really deep again into turn 3 and 4, and he's able to make it work down there. But Justin's made a little bit of adjustment down in turns 1 and 2. He's got the left sides below the line, almost putting the whole car below the line.
And I think Allgaier might have this.
So much better than Jesse in that end of the racetrack. Jesse just can't get his car to turn and get down below. A little better that time. Didn't lose near as much ground.
Started back at 17th. He was my win pick. Kind of went out on a limb a little bit, but I just had a gut feeling. It looks like my gut feeling might have been right. It's not over yet, though.
Allgaier starts 17, weren't where they wanted to be in qualifying, drives up inside the top 10, top 5, scores stage points into stage 1. And the issue on pit road at one point was as far back as 21st, but he's able once again to respond. They had a good strategy through the cycle of green flag pit stops, gained some track position there, got the caution he needed, delivers on the restart, and he would love to close the deal and get his 3rd win at Phoenix. He's 3 laps away.
Just a lap
Jesse Love getting desperate now.
the fastest of these 3, but on that last lap, Justin Allgaier responded faster than both of those behind him. Found a little something. The key for Allgaier is to have a good turns 1 and 2. He's not anywhere
Coming
near
to 2 to go.
Jesse in 3 and 4. Watch how deep the 2-car drives in. He gains so much ground on entry. Doesn't really lose it on exit, which is unique. Jesse's run that little bit
2 laps to go
line,
from
but
Phoenix
Put it together that lap. It's like Jesse's
in the O'Reilly
completely
race.
profiled the corner there. A ton of entry value, then slides all the way up on the exit and makes it work.
Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for Love.
Cutting that dog leg off, trying to take as much time out of the racetrack as he can. He just cannot get close enough to Justin.
Here they come.
Push that car to the limit.
Down the back straightaway to turns 3 and 4.
Look at that. Unbelievable how much deeper he's driving.
White flags in the air one more time around at Phoenix.
They're sliding off all the way down to the dog leg.
White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And Justin Allgaier.
Allgaier's crew chief Andrew Overton.
Wasn't a beautiful night for him, but he'll end up getting the win. Started 17th, had some issues. Wasn't the clearest path to the win, but look at his 3rd win at Phoenix. Justin Allgaier wins at Phoenix Raceway. My win pick.
Great job, Seven Crew. Y'all all deserve this. Hey, no burnout interviews. We're going to enjoy this. Good job, guys.
First win of the year, 29th of his career, tying Matt Kenseth for 8th on the all-time list, and he's now won a race in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in 10 consecutive seasons. That's the best ever.
Wow. And you know, this was huge for Andrew Overstreet, who got this opportunity with Justin Allgaier in this offseason with Jim Pullman going to RCR. You know, that team on the 7 score in the offseason, he went to them and said, who do you want? And Andrew Overstreet was the top of all of his crew members' list. They respected what Andrew brought to the table.
And Allgaier burns it down.
Pressure for Andrew to come here to a team that's been so successful, won a championship, wanted to get in victory lane early. They've done it.
So many times he's left here disappointed because he led so many laps, didn't get the payoff. He comes from behind tonight. And Justin Allgaier,
So it was about a 7-minute, 23-second green flag run to end the race.
Motorsports won 17 times a year ago with
Allgaier wins it. Sheldon Creed comes in fourth.
They've now won 2 in a row. Shane Van Gisbergen getting it done on the road course last Saturday at Circuit of the Americas. And tonight belongs to Allgaier. Incredible start to the season for Jesse Love. Model of consistency, 3 consecutive top 5s, top 10 in every race.
And he comes out the roof hatch.
Creed, another top 5. Mayer was there in the top 5 as well.
Good roof hatch.
Three junior motorsports cars inside the top 6. Sammy Smith was 6th. Great effort for Jeb Burton, Raja Caruth. Corey Day comes back for a top 10. And Anthony Alfredo finishes 10th after getting that great qualifying effort here yesterday. He'll fill in for Alex Bowman in the Cup race tomorrow.
That was big for that 96 team. Remember, they missed Daytona, trying to come back from that. Huge for them to finally get a top 10.
You get the feeling. I mean, Junior Motorsports wins back-to-back races. We know RCR has been strong, but you also have to give credit to the teammates left of your screen at Haas Factory Team, because Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer have speed each and every week. It hasn't been easy all the time, but they're starting to stack some really positive things at different types of racetracks.
Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer laughing it up.
Let's hear from the runner-up down to Kim.
Here's Jesse Love.
Yeah, Jesse Love's going to have to settle for second after 114 laps led. As you think about the race,
with the most laps,
restart, where did
deliver half the race.
I don't know. I think the only real misstep we really had was just tightening up there, beginning of stage 3, and kind of put us behind. And I don't know what his tire life was like. But yeah, just frustrated.
As you think about the day, though, and the points are, can you walk away from tonight with your head held high?
Yeah, if I show up to run second and just collect points, but obviously not why I'm here, and yeah, just beyond frustrated with myself, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm just upset with myself.
Well, it's never easy to finish second, especially when you have a dominant portion of the race. You're up front. It's looking like everything's working the way you want. Qualified up front. Was so successful here just a couple months ago in November. And he's a competitor. He wants to win that. You can tell that. And when they slip away like this, and you can see it so close, like he was there in the last few laps, chasing that 7 and was possibly in position, it hurts.
Led 114 laps. Scored 19 points did Jesse Love here tonight. Or 19 points in the stages, I should say. This is cool for Allgaier. And you know what? Over 500 starts. He's meant so much to this series. And he's been committed to Junior Motorsports. This is his 16th year competing at this level. His 11th year driving that 7 car. So many cool moments. And he's a winner again.
How powerful are wins in this new format and point system we have. This vaulted him to the championship lead.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's worth so much.
Had a DNF at Atlanta.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the stage points and how important they are. Let's go down to Mobil 1 Victory Lane. Here's Dylan.
Here's Allgaier.
And this one will no doubt feel good for Allgaier in the 7 group. Hey, we talked at the start of the day about how many of these lately have kind of slipped through your fingers. How determined were you on that final restart to not let that happen again?
Just so proud of this team. Andrew Overstreet has done a great job taking over, and he's been telling me all week, this is our house, so we're gonna go take it. And it wasn't for lack of adversity. It seems like those are the ones that really are great for us. But really proud of this team. Everybody in the 7 team. We had an issue in that first pit stop, and these boys rebounded, did a great job. Brand Professional Agriculture, I cannot say enough thank you to Rick and Sarah and Christy, everybody at Brand, for just just how great they've been to me. All of our partners, Logistics, Jarrett, Toughco, Harbies. I'm forgetting Hellman's. I'm forgetting a bunch of people that are part of this. Obviously Chevrolet, the Hendrick Engine Shop. Just everybody that works in this car. I'm so proud. It was my 20th wedding anniversary this week, and my wife and kids are not here, so I'm sad for that. Nice and cool, but great battle there with Jesse. I just knew we had to go on that last restart, and we did that. So never gets old winning, especially first one for me here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series with the new name. So hats off to them for being a part of this great sport, and just we got a lot of momentum, and this next part of the summer is really fun for us.
Yeah, good time to get a win for sure. Justin Allgaier, Phoenix win number 3.
107th win all time for Junior Motorsports.
You called it, Adam.
I mean, I just saw.
Do you know what? He was my pick in the pre-race. I just had to put it out there. I was waiting.
How did I know we would end up there? Even bigger than Allgaier's win. Parker Kligerman picking him in the pre-race. More post-race coverage.
Alrighty, y'all.
We're live from Phoenix on CW.
Credit One Bank presents Max Out. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max Out. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Alrighty, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream right now. I'll be live tomorrow. I think green flag's at, what, 3:41?
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
You've got a big day, and you need to smell fresh. That's why the all-new Unstoppables gives your clothes a 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk. Unstoppables fresh. Smell.
Yeah, 3:41's the green flag. I'll be live at 3:15. And yeah, fun times tonight. I think you